Alright. So I got the Dars, the Kahara, and the Enki S ending on hard mode. Let's go for the last one and probably the most challenging one, the Ragnvaldr S ending, which is going to be quite difficult. But let's see. Let's start a new game. Let's choose the Outlander, change his name. How do I spell Ragnvaldr again? Ragnvaldr? Is that how you spell it? Let me double check. R-A-G-N-V-A-L-D-R, right? Valdir? Yeah, don't know how to pronounce. Like, again, I think he's supposed to be kind of like Scandinavian. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But I'm going to choose Ragnvaldr. Press OK. I'm going to choose hard mode. Again, hard mode, well, it's hard. Solo, you can't recruit most party members, you can't save your game, and all the features of Terran Starvation apply. So let's go. Play the intro. I'll explain pretty soon why this challenge is probably the hardest. But first, let me read this, because technically I never read this, aloud anyway. You are born the soul of the tormented. You are destined to struggle in every step you take in life. Ultimately, this makes you stronger physically and tempers your iron will until it rivals that of the gods themselves. You had a normal childhood in the city of Aldegard with both your parents always present. Your father taught you the art of war. The very first step was to choose your weapon. So let's see. This is a pretty important choice. I'm probably going to go for bow and arrow. Some people might not like the bow and arrow path, actually, because it is kind of tough. But I think it doesn't matter anyway, because in Terran Starvation, the HP is higher anyway, so you can't really cut limbs with the axe, so I'm going to use the short bow instead. The short bow, at least, the very least gives you 5 arrows. Now, the short bow you can use in the overworld, and there's a skill I'm going to get that allows you to instant kill certain enemies. And I think that is very helpful. But winters grew colder and summers shorter, causing a great hunger in the north. The fine men of the Aldegard set sails to the unknown west in a desperate attempt to find food and riches to feed their people. You had grown to your manhood and boarded the ship. After months of sailing, the sea saw no end, and the crew was struggling. Some laid weak under the deck, while some embraced the cold, dark sea. As the weak met their fate, the rest indulged in the greatest sin. Devour your fallen comrades or don't give in. I think it's best to devour. There's a small, meta downside to it is that it adds an extra option to the menu every time you search a corpse, and you might not want to devour the corpse before you loot the items. That's its only downside. But as long as you remember not to do that, then it's a good thing, because now you can just eat people, basically. As if the trip wasn't gloomy enough, when you finally found land, it was something no one in the civilized world could have ever imagined. On the very edge of the world, you found the dark continent of Vinland. A continent never touched by civilized men. The land was tainted by ancient deities and gods you had never even heard of. The things you witnessed there left a mark on you that could never be washed away. Some of your comrades lost their minds, while others tried to pillage anything worthwhile before leaving the macabre place. We are not going to do that. We're not going to touch the cursed items, and we're just going to leave. Yeah, don't touch anything and flee back to your ship. In particular, I think that gives you dash. So, again, dash is pretty much mandatory, I feel like, in Fear and Hunger. One artifact taken from the Dark Continent was different. You knew it was a mistake to bring it along, but the choice wasn't yours. You knew something bad would follow sooner or later. The bad omens would soon reveal themselves, as 1 week after your return, after one of your many hunting trips, came back to your village only to witness your worst fears come to life. A mercenary army had raided your village. You witnessed your home burning, your family slain, and the artifacts stolen. Those who survived the raid described the army and its captain. He was a commander of the fabled mercenary army, the Knights of the Midnight Sun. You immediately grabbed your weapon and began after him. The man would witness an iron will tempered both in the freezing north and the dark continent of Vinland, and thus starts our journey of revenge. We will rush straight after him because we'll get the dash ability. You learn that the man has since been taken captive by the King of Radon. He was sent to the notorious dungeons of Fear and Hunger. You set your mind. You will kill everything that carries a dark soul in the dungeons. You will have your revenge, and the dark artifact will be yours again. There is no other way. I wonder if that's different, that last line there. because that perfectly describes the ending S requirements that we need to fulfill. So basically, that is true. We need to kill everyone, you know, well, most everyone. We have to kill at least the bosses anyway. So the idea is that you're supposed to kill all the evils of this dungeon. You're supposed to vanquish them, meaning you have to get all the unique souls in your playthrough. You know, you need to make sure you have enough soul stones. That's the biggest thing as well. Making sure you have enough soul stones that you can use on all of the enemies. Technically, it's 12 in total, but, you know, 4 of them are the new gods, technically, so you don't need soul stones for them. A couple, I believe, you don't need soul stones for. Like, one of them you pick up, and there's like another one that has a soul stone right next to it anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But you still got to make sure you have enough, right? That's number one. Regarding that, though, the problem with that is that it also includes the Crow Mauler. I mean, the Crow Mauler in general is scary, right? But even scarier because you need to kill it early. I think I mentioned it last time, but the Crow Mauler despawns if you go to the city of Mahabra. That is bad because if it despawns, you can't kill it anymore, and you're kind of soft-locked unless you use an empty scroll or whatever. What I'm trying to do, at least in this run, I'm trying to not use the empty scroll. Oops. This is not good. Can I run? Okay, I'm gonna run. That actually works, by the way, because there's a small little thing there where if you try to run with the skill, it doesn't work, but if you run to the menu, it actually works sometimes. That's not guaranteed, though, so that could have... Well, I wouldn't end the run, but it would definitely make it more annoying if the enemy infected me. Get that small key and go over here. But what was I saying? Yeah, you gotta kill the Crow Mauler early. So really, the main strategy for Ragnvaldr hard mode, at least for the ending anyway, is all about killing Crow Mauler early. Like, everything is planned around that, and basically things are just really hard from the get-go because you have to kill him, right? You can't just skip the Crow Mauler and go to Mahabra. Especially in Mahabra, you can get more soul stones. There's like some strong armor you can get. There's a lot of things from Mahabra that will make the run a lot easier and Crow Mauler a lot easier, but you can't go there. You're not allowed, right? So everything has to be done in a very specific way in order to make sure you kill him. And again, what I'm trying to do for this run as well, just like for Enki's run, I'm not going to use any empty scrolls because I feel like that is maybe not cheating, but it makes things, I don't know, it makes things unreliable, right? It's like, oh wow, I got lucky on this run, got an empty scroll, and I can do this, blah blah blah, whatever. I guess it's not just luck. There are some guaranteed empty scroll spots, but you know, anyway. I'm not gonna use empty scroll. I'm also not gonna use coin flip loot, I guess. I'm not gonna open any chests and use coin flip and get lucky and get plate mail or whatever. I'm gonna do this the most reliable way possible with the items that we get. And hopefully it's doable. The only thing I can't account for is the fact that, I mean, for one, the strategy to killing Crow Mauler requires a red vial, and there is no guaranteed red vials anywhere in the game. So we just gotta get lucky, basically. It's not rare loot necessarily, but, you know, sometimes you just don't get it, and then you're stuck, right? The problem being that for Crow Mauler, in order to disable its instant kill move, which is the peck, which basically just kills you in one turn with no, with no possibility of avoiding it, really, you need to use the red vial on its head. And that's not something that you can make reliably happen because the red vial isn't always available. But that's the biggest thing. That's almost a mandatory. You know, if we somehow by the time I get everything, we don't get the red vial, then we just have to do it without the red vial and hope we get lucky. But at that point, the run is probably over if you don't get a red vial. But the second requirement to killing the Crow Mauler is some way to poison him as well. So basically, you need a throwing dart. Throwing dart is also another item that you need to get from random loot. But if we really can't get one, then there is a guaranteed spot where we can get one. So not the end of the world we don't get it, but it is a little bit annoying because we have to go a little bit of a, I guess, sidetrack. I guess we have to sidetrack a little bit to like go get it if we don't get the throwing dart or some way to poison the Crow Mauler. I mean, a poison vial would work too, or like a purple vial, I believe. But otherwise, we have to go all the way around, you know, in order to get one. Oh, there you go, red vial. So there you go, red vial. Step 1: Assuming I don't die along the way, because the beginning is also kind of hard. Whoop. A little bit of that. Okay, so I don't like that. The ballista is in the way. You have to worry about that every single time. So this layout kind of sucks. It's, yeah, it's dangerous. I don't like this layout, because this layout sometimes has a elite guard here. There's a rusty nail, obviously. Okay, there's no elite guard here. Okay, that's good. Only one guard. That works. Now, the thing with the short bow, though, and again, it might not matter. I don't know if the axe does enough damage anyway, but especially on Terror Starvation mode, but the bow doesn't do a lot of damage, however. The bow actually does very little damage, and so it's not really reliable in a melee fight. That's the problem with hold on, I need to bait this guy real quick. Come on. Okay. That's how you do that, by the way. So it looks like space, under the ballista, which I didn't realize until I tried it, but you can actually go under the ballista right there. But yeah, red vial, poison dart, or like throwing dart anyway. That's very important. That's how you would kill the Crow Mauler. Anything else I want to mention? I gotta kill Troll Turret, by the way. Hopefully Troll Turret doesn't kill me. I guess the only thing he can do is maybe bleed and infect you with a knife, I guess. That's the only thing that might, complicate things a little bit. But I'm gonna kill him because you do get the reward from Buckman. So you get the 40 coins, and the 40 coins will be useful later to buy more soulstones. Soulstones are like, you're stretched thin a little, the soulstones, because you need them for the actual requirements. So you gotta make sure you have enough. That's very important. I always miscalculate, I feel like, because I'm bad at math. I don't know. Anyway, here's a Crow Mauler. Can't fight him right now, though. Let's get the key. Why not, I guess? Oh, there's Buckman. Alright. But yeah, as I mentioned before, you can't... On hard mode, you can't save, right? So the bed, you'd normally, activate the Crow Mauler after it... Oh, it's bad. I don't like to aggro that guard if possible. Go away. But yeah, you can't do the thing where you activate him by failing a coin flip because you can't rest on beds anyway. That's the problem. Circumvent that guard, go over here. Go over here. Alright, so some priests. We are gonna fight the priests. It's slightly risky. Things can go bad. In fact, I gotta unequip my armor, actually. The fur armor is okay defense. It's not that great. It's very starting armor, but it is weak against fire, so I'm gonna take that off because these priests can do fire damage, actually. And then we're gonna fight them. And hope for the best. Usually what I do, I just get rid of the lanterns first, because trying to go for the torso is not guaranteed kill. Oh. Okay, we're burning alive. That's not good. Attack you. Gotta end this fight as fast as possible. Please don't miss any attacks. That'd be great. Chance something. They can just guard. It worked before, I think. It worked with Enki, so it should work correctly. Yeah. Again, I didn't know you could just guard, to be honest. I always thought you're supposed to interrupt the chanting, actually. Okay, well, we lost a lot of HP, but hopefully it doesn't matter too much. The burning status effect, graciously does not continue out of battle. It does go away, but we did take some damage. That's not great. Well, hopefully we don't get to any other battles. Get you, and then the one thing I messed up. Okay, hold on. Do this again. The one thing I mentioned how I wouldn't do. You're not supposed to devour it. You're supposed to use the soul stone. It's funny how when I played this off screen a little bit, that never happened. But I'm gonna have to do that again because I need that soul stone. That soul stone is very important. All right, so we're back all the way here. Don't use devour. Search him. Got the purifying talisman. Don't use devour. And search. Okay, now we got the soul stone. There you go. It's always a guaranteed soul stone, guaranteed purifying talisman. We're gonna sacrifice this guy again. And there you go. So we're back here. You don't have to restarve up a little bit, but it's very important that we get that soul stone because we need as much soul stones as we can, especially in the beginning, to to get certain skills in order to fight Growmauler. I was saying though, during combat, by the way, I mentioned how you can use the bow and arrow. You don't actually like use up your arrows when you're in combat anyway. You do use it when you're out of combat. So you press shift, you actually shoot your arrow, which I'll probably show pretty soon actually. Because I'm going to get that skill where it is relevant to the bow and arrow. So let's go over here, grab this, over here, use Appear Phantasmic. You know, the Hexen doesn't always appear here, by the way. I think the Hexen sometimes appears somewhere else. But it's more convenient if it appears here, I feel like. I don't know. Anyway, go over here. Man, there's so many ways things could go wrong. But anyway, use a Hexen. We're going to go down to the Torment Soul this time because we are Ragnvaldr, and we're going to get marksmanship. Assuming I had left, I forgot to use the actual Soul Stone. Whoops! So let me go back. I was doing the whole thing or explain my strategy, but I didn't actually remember to actually use Soul Stone. Soul Stone. It's not great to go backtrack back and forth too much because it wastes our torch time. Anyway, let's go. Try again. Anyway, so we're going to use that Lesser Soul to get the Marksmanship skill. What does the Marksmanship skill do? Well, if you look at it real quick, the Marksmanship is a high-level archer skill. Use accurate shots to finish opponents from a distance. Kind of ambiguous, to be honest, but basically it allows you to shoot your bow and arrow in the overworld. I think you can do it anyway. I don't know if you can anyway, but basically you can use it in the overworld by pressing shift. That uses up an arrow and actually usually instant kills the enemy. Not always though. Sometimes, I mean, some enemies are unkillable through that method, but some are. And that's important because we're going to use that ability for certain enemies. Also, there's a zombie here. It shouldn't be too bad. We can just use tucking, and prepare to die. And he's like, okay, I died now. What a polite zombie. You know, you just tell it to die and it dies. You know, it's that easy. Alright. See a figure standing in the shadows ahead. Oh, is it that? Is it the guard? I don't know. Yeah, we go over here. This is just to loot some more items. I guess I still need a throwing dart though. I did get a red vial again. So I just need a throwing dart. Guess I'll just go here real quick. I will pray to Almir. I always want to get the blood portal affinity, ready. Which way is this guard gonna go? Go up? No, it's gonna go down. Left? Which way is it gonna go? Oh, no. Yeah, I want to grab some stuff over here. That's all. What I actually want, I want the mock-up. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I could kill him with the bow and arrow, but you want to save your arrows, obviously, for certain enemies. I could also use a bear trap, I guess, but I don't know if I want to do that. Probably want to save it. That. These are tinder boxes. Off fragments. Okay. Guard there. Alright, I think we're good. We just need the mock-up book, really. I don't want to explore too much because I don't want to risk a battle, basically. Oh, this guy's over here. Can you go around? Ow. Oh, are you kidding me? There's a rusty nail there? I did not notice that. Look at that camouflage. Well, good thing I have a green herb, so I'm just going to use that right away. Now, that's why I hate rusty nails, though. Freaking... Look at that. Look at this. Look how freaking hidden this is. And I wish there was a way to, like, just simply take off the freaking rusty nail as well. You have a hammer or something? Hello, Game Bomb, by the way. I'm just playing hard mode. Hard mode, Ragnvaldr. S ending. Probably one of the hardest challenges in the game, at least an intended challenge. I mean, there's also self-imposed challenges, I guess, but this is probably the hardest thing you can do in this game, actually. So let's see, what's next? Next thing I want to do is actually want to go probably to the mines. Probably I'm going to loop back anyway, but I want to get the soul stone. I want to get the cube of depths. That's a requirement technically. I mean, you need that to progress the game anyway, so we're going to need that. Man, I gotta remember that rusty nail, by the way. The freaking rusty nail in the first floor. I'm gonna forget about that one. I actually don't usually get that layout, so A rusty nail is sneaky. Anyway, so we're gonna go over here. So what's this layout? It's probably this one. I probably need to avoid Moonless again. Probably this statue. Sylvian. And we're just gonna wait, I think. I don't like that freaking flying creature. Moonless usually goes through goes through here. You just wait. Oh. Okay, well I'm just gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna go quit. And I'm going to use quit again. Quit. That allows us at least 2 opportunities to run. That's the main point. Alright, there you go. See, I failed, so I'm gonna try again. It's a freaking 80% chance. Come on. Okay, there you go. We're gonna go. We're gonna hurry up and go. Alright. I do that just to minimize the odds of not escaping, right? That can happen. But over here... I'll talk to you, I guess. Well, this guy isn't really a requirement, actually, so we're just gonna wait for him to go away. He was a requirement in Enki realm. Again, them, I don't know. The alchemist is a requirement in the Enki S ending, but not for Ragnvaldr. We don't need to talk to Nostradamus. Then for our presence to enter the room, of course. Let's see, go over here. There's a... Oh! Okay. I did not realize the Night Lurcher would just spawn in. Can I just run? Okay, good. Excuse me? Okay, oh, okay, this is a different layout, actually. I didn't realize. That Night Lurcher sucks. I hate him. Do I want to waste the arrow? I usually don't want to waste the arrow because... you need to save it, you know? But it's probably worth it for the Night Lurcher because I hate it. I hate the Night Lurcher. There it goes, fucking dead. Yeah, you could use the marksman. If you have marksmanship and the bow and arrow, then you can just kill it. So that's how that works. Grab that. That's sort of salmon snake. We're not gonna worry about that right now. Though it'd be nice to kill it for the salmon snake, so we can't do that right now. So. Okay, and then go pray here to Sylvian, I think. That's important, actually. We gotta get some affinity with the gods as well to get access to some important skills. The old knight ghost is here. Can you move a little faster, please? You know, it's like you're waiting. It's like you're walking down the street and then someone's walking slow. Okay, go the other way. Good. Alright. Now there's this guy. Oh man, I hate fighting this guy. It's also at an awkward angle. I don't know, can I like avoid him from this layout? I remember I can sneak on the edge with this layout, with the other layout, but I don't know if I can do it with this layout. It's the problem. I'm probably gonna fight it. Yeah, I'm just gonna fight the Yellow Mage. I can use an arrow, but I don't want to waste it, so I'm just gonna fight it. It shouldn't be too bad. If I hit at least the legs, it should be fine. And we're just gonna go for the legs. I think on hard mode, the legs are low HP, but the arms are still high HP. So I got lucky there, because sometimes it does a Locust Swarm. That's why I don't want to risk it. But it does do a Locust Swarm sometimes that kind of stuns lock you forever, and it can stun lock you forever, so... There you go, an extra Soul Stone. That's great. But, you know, more often than not, if you get rid of the legs at least, it shouldn't be too bad. Torch... This... take a stone. I always take a stone for some reason. I don't know, you don't need it, but... So, it's just in case. You know, you never know when you need a rock. Grab some stuff over here. I think a lucky coin. Just an extra lucky coin, just in case we ever get in a situation where an enemy does a, you know, instant kill move. Now this Yellow Mage, I think I can reliably just get past. I think I can just go like this, right? Even though it looks like I lost a leg, I don't think I lost a leg. Again, it's weird. Like you're technically out of range at that point, so you don't lose a limb. I think that's, I mean that's intended. I think you know, it's glitched in the sense the animation still plays and you have blood loss or whatever, but you know you're pretty far away at that point, so I don't think you're supposed to lose a limb at that point. Is how I perceive it anyway, even though it looks like a glitch. Yeah, soul stones. There's the guaranteed soul stone. We have an extra soul stone, I guess, from the drops. That's good. I don't really account for that though usually because I try to avoid the fighting yellow mage if possible, and that's not a guaranteed drop anyway. But oh well, we'll just use it if we can. Let's see. This blue vial, first stone. That is pretty powerful as well. Try not to use like super rare loot if possible. I feel like that's a little cheesy. Like, I mean, Sorcerer's Stone's not too bad, but mainly the Ring of Wraiths. You know, the other one that basically gives you infinite healing if you cheese it. So, well, that's good. We got another extra iron arrow. Grab this. Let's see. Can I buy stuff from you? I mean, what would I buy? I do want to save my money for soul stones, but a light blue vial might be worth it though. So I'm gonna buy at least one. The light blue vial is basically a 4 HP potion, so I think it's worth it. Let's see. I mean, at this point, I mean, we're hungry, but we're gonna go to the wolf ritual eventually anyway, so I don't think it matters. Let's go over here, grab some more stuff. And this is gonna aggro the villagers, but you know, we're gonna have to do it. Take it, not investigate it. See ya! See you later, suckers! I'm gonna leave now. You can't. Oh, I was gonna say you can't do anything about it, but you are now. Damn it. Now, does this one-shot the arm? It does not. Oh, no, it does. Okay, I was gonna say it does not. It did like 73 damage, so that's so little. But as long as you get rid of the arm, then it's harmless now. So, oh damn it! It turned around the last second. Okay, fine. Remove the arm, and then leave. We can just kill them too, but whatever. I'm just gonna leave. Nope. Come on. Let me leave. They're harmless now, right? So don't worry about them. Go this way. And by the way, I'm gonna do something a little bit different this playthrough. You know, I saw actually a Ragnvaldr, you know, ending as that someone else did, I think on YouTube or whatever, but I kind of didn't like it, to be honest, because they use I mean, they got slightly lucky, you know, which I didn't like. I'd rather use, again, a consistent strategy than rely on simply getting lucky on like a rare loot or whatever by using lucky coins or like opening a chest and using a coin or whatever. So take part in the feast. Anyway, we do that. Terrifying presence enters the room. That's not good. I don't want the crow mauler at the exit. But yeah, I want to do more reliable strategy. But basically, the person that I watched anyway that did the Ragnvaldr S ending used necromancy. And necromancy, as I use an Enki's ending, which makes sense for Enki, I feel like, because he's a necromancer and everything, but I feel like that's kind of like a meta strategy as well. And part of the strategy, at least the common strategy anyway, is to get lucky, you know? You like go to like a bookshelf and then you just keep rolling the loop, you know? If you don't get like an empty scroll or the scroll of necromancy, you just restart and just do it again. And I don't like that, to be honest, because it's not reliable, you know? This is getting a restart a whole bunch of runs just to do that. I'd rather just do a consistent strategy instead. Something that you can do without having to rely on necromancy, for example. But also necromancy just in general, I don't want to use because it doesn't fit Ragnvaldr's character, you know, for RP reasons. I have a self-restriction just because of roleplay reasons. But like, I don't like to use it because it doesn't make sense for his character. Anyway, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm checking if I have an explosive vial. I do have an explosive vial. I was just thinking if I should go to the left. If I go to the left, there's a guaranteed explosive vial. The only reason I don't want to go to the left is because it spawns a ghost and I'm scared of the ghost. So, like, the guy in the past, when I played this game, ghosts have soft locked me before. Ooh. Okay. Crow mauler. Sometimes that works, sometimes that's a very narrow hallway. Crow mauler is just slightly slow enough that I think you can do that, but sometimes he like hits you anyway in the box. Let's cut this open. This is actually required for Ragnvaldr. You do actually want to kill all the hearts. You don't really need to go to the gauntlet necessarily, but it does unlock something that we need, which we'll find out in the end. I mean, it's not a big deal, but basically allows us to get one more soul that is required for his ending. Let's get some more stuff. That's another explosive vials. That's good. This. Man, I never feel safe, by the way, until I get Salmon Snake Soul, but we're not gonna really get that until later, I feel like. I mean, we can fight Salmon Snake early, but I kind of don't want to risk it, because Salmon Snake can definitely mess you up. Because it has the stun, ability. When it hits you, it can stun you, and it can just unlock you to death. So I never really want to fight it until later. Oh, damn it. That sucks. At least I have two opportunities to run, though. These guys, they take one turn to load their big ballista bow. Oh, come on. Okay, fine. I'm gonna do... And then again, just to be safe, I'm gonna do the quest. I'm gonna do another quest. So that allows us 2 opportunities to run. It'll be very unlucky if I are not able to run 2 times in a row. So I'm gonna bet my chances on being able to run if I at least have 2 turns. If it's 1 turn, it's like 80% chance, right? But the probability of not hitting 80% twice is, well, low, but not impossible. But anyway, but let's see. So what's the next thing I want to do? So I got the soul stones, everything. So let me use the soul stone 2. Oh, guard here. That's bad, actually. Come on, I don't like this guard being here. What the heck is it doing? It's like moving around like a crazy person. Ah, get me out of here. Leave me alone. Oh, okay. Crowmauler jump scare. He does that on hard mode. It's a thing he does, just for fun. He likes to spook you, Devour. Oh, that never matters if I devour, actually. At this point, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I think you can still use a soul stone even if you devour the corpse. It's just the items, If you devour before you loot the items, then that's when it's bad. Also, the game's lagging a little bit. But let's see. So while we're here, since I already got 2 soul stones, one from the Yellow Mage and one from the Cave Dweller, I'm just gonna do it right now, just in case. But what I want is actually Blood Golem. So Blood Golem, it's a kind of lesser form of necromancy, but in some ways it's better. But it allows you to summon basically a party member in battle, and it's only one of the only ways to get party members in hard mode. Again, I'm gonna avoid using necromancy though, because I feel like it doesn't fit the character. But Blood Golem, I feel like does, because Blood Golem kind of is reminiscent of Shambara, the tormented one, the new god with the flayed skin. If anything, they actually use kind of like almost the same model. And it makes sense because the soul that Ragnvaldr has is also the tormented soul. So I don't know. For RP reasons, I feel like it kind of makes sense. But let's see. Oh yeah. Well, to get the other thing that I need, I also need to do the. I need to get an affinity with Sylvian. So we're gonna do that too. So let's go over here. Go up here. I guess grab whatever this is. Studies of Almir. Bone Saw, Iron Arrow. I guess we got some extra Iron Arrows we can use in another target. But we're gonna open this. And go up here. The game's lagging. I don't know why the game's lagging. I don't know. Maybe because of the extra event. Maybe the Crowmauler, that's why. The Crowmauler event somehow added additional resources to the scripts or something, and therefore it lags. I'm not sure. Let's see. Grab this, grab that. Would like to pray to Almir as well. Almir. That gives us 1 affinity of Almir, so we can use it for Blood Portal later. Let's see. Grab this. Grab a stick. That stick is necessary in order to get past the dogs into the thicket. And we're going to talk to you. We're going to join the cuddle session real quick. And get an affinity. That's the biggest thing, really. I guess a little bit of healing. I mean, you could kind of save it until you need it. But I always just get it for the affinity, because getting an affinity is important in order to get the skill that I want. Alright, but there's a little more long. We're going to loop back around through the thicket and hopefully not die from the weird poison creatures. We have an explosive violence that we can use. Right here. Some dogs. Best way to deal with the dogs is to talk to them and use a stick. Here you go, I have a stick. And now they just, well, they bark, which means you gotta guard, but otherwise they don't do like normal attacks. You know, on the wiki it says the strategy is to use raw meat. As far as I know, raw meat doesn't work, but I'm not sure entirely. I don't remember if I used raw meat in the past. I might have. But as far as I know, the stick works, not the raw meat. Kill you. Kill you next. Some arrows, my infinite arrows. You know, again, in combat you have infinite arrows, but in the overworld you don't. When you actually shoot arrows in the overworld, you don't have infinite arrows. And I think I look at the I actually look at the game code. You know, I've been diving into the game files recently. I don't know, I was just curious how the game works and why certain things are bugged and whatnot. And I've noticed actually, one small thing I noticed, that the short bow does have a script in it that does mention how it's supposed to use an arrow when you use it in combat, but the script doesn't work. It doesn't do anything really. It's called like arrow loss. You know, the script's called arrow loss or something, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's just nothing. You know, so it's weird. It's weirdly like it's supposed to work, but it doesn't. Like an enemy here. Okay, we'll drop down here. I also like to get the Eastern Sword. You know, Eastern Sword is always so risky though, because it's never guaranteed that you kill the ghost easily without losing a limb. The limb loss in particular, I always feel like it's like when I guard the horizontal slash from the ghost. I've noticed the last time I did it, it didn't work. It's supposed to protect you from limb loss, but it doesn't. It's so strange. Okay. I'm going to run now if possible. Please run. Please. Okay, please run. I didn't go this way. Immediately. Grab whatever this is. And there's a pot there, but I mean, I'm gonna grab, yeah. Maximize our opportunities, right? Get as much loot as we can. I think it doesn't have a lot, but there's a few. And as far as I know, we didn't get a throwing dart yet. It's not the end of the world if we don't get a throwing dart, but there's always a way to get another one if we need it. It's just out of the way, you know? So it's a little annoying. But it's still possible. I don't know if it's guaranteed though. I'm not sure if it's guaranteed. I think it's guaranteed, but well, I guess we'll see. Over here, there's another soul stone over here. So I always go here for the soul stones. It's very important. Again, you need the soul stones. I mean, just in general, it's good to get the soul stones, but Ragnvaldr in particular needs as much as he can. Especially in the beginning, so we can fight Stormmauler. Here. And there's like a great mumbler, I guess. I think that's what they're called. They're called mumblers, like insect people. If you attack their heads, you know, they explode, like poison you, I think. That's why you'd rather not fight them. Sometimes I think they explode on you anyway. Like if you kill their heads, they explode and like poison you or whatever, like a last ditch effort to like, you know, screw you over. But sometimes they just don't do that. Or rather, sometimes they just do it anyway without you hitting it. Let's see. I do have a throwing dart. That's good. I don't have one though, so that's risky. If this misses, then that's really bad, you know? Actually, let me... Oh, I forgot to equip the Eastern Sword. Also, I was naked the entire time. I have my fur armor on. But let's see. What should I do next? I'm trying to think. How many iron arrows do I have? I don't want to waste my iron arrows. Sometimes accidentally, if you hold shift, you know, accidentally, you might waste arrows. Fun fact, you can actually shoot during dialogue accidentally to waste your arrows. So that sucks. Let's see. I mean, I'm gonna go over here, I guess. Door open. Like so. And we are going to pray to Sylvian here. That's pretty much it. I don't know if I need the Grogoroth. Oh, maybe. I don't know if I need Grogoroth affections. I'll probably just do it later if we need to. I mean, similar to the Enki route. Trying to think. The next thing we got to do is probably kill. I'm trying to think if I should do it now. I do want to make sure I have the throwing dart. Like, do I want second chances for throwing dart? I'm not sure. I don't know. Whatever. We're just gonna go. YOLO. Because I was thinking, like, should I get the backup throwing dart? There is a way to get a backup throwing dart if I need it. I guess if we need to, we'll go get it. But oh, here's the ghost. So this is the moment of truth. 400 damage. Okay, owie owie. It tilts his sword sideways. We're gonna guard. Again, sometimes this just doesn't work. He does a horizontal sweep. It's supposed to not lose a limb, right? Sometimes I lose a limb anyway. It's strange. There you go, we got it. And it has 1,000 health. If we didn't crit there, we might have died. I don't know. So that's the Eastern Sword. I feel like it's not guaranteed, but it's likely that you defeat the ghost on your own anyway. We did lose a bit of health. That's not great. I'm trying to think. Should I use my light blue vial now, or should I save it? I think what I'm going to do... Well, let's see. Well, let's go over here. Hopefully not get into a fight. Though we do have the sword now, so it's more doable, I guess. Flyers. Okay, here's a trick. So we just stand still. If you stand still, it doesn't hurt you for some reason. Okay. Okay, you were just standing there for some reason. I guess your AI broke a little because we're running around so much. Also, that arrow stuck in the stairs. Have you noticed? Again, there's a weird arrow bug in this game where the arrow just floats. And again, it's not like stuck, like it's not like inert. If you touch it, you actually do get damaged, which kind of pisses me off, to be honest. Oh, come on. Ah, damn it. Okay, fine. We'll at least do this. Just... Oh, come on! I'm dead. Damn it! There's always a chance that you miss. Whatever. It's like a special game over there. I'm too pissed off to see it. I think it's not safe for work anyway. We'll do it again. There's always a chance the Eastern Sword misses, or like any melee weapon. I think it's a very low chance, but it still can happen. Alright, so we're back here, I think. I think this is where I died last time, right? Well, it was in the prisons or this? It was like a guard of a cleaver, I think. Okay, we're gonna walk past this guy now, right? I need more souls. No, where can I get more souls? Not here. So I think we're back to where we were. Now, before I got murdered by a freaking guard because I didn't heal. You know, I was thinking like I didn't need to, but oh well. Your soul? Give me your soul. Let's see. There's another soul I want to get as well. How many souls I have? Because so I did this again. I basically got the same things again. I have the red vial, I have the throwing dart, I got the Eastern Sword. I got the same amount of soul stones as well, I believe. So I'm just trying to find where I can use the soul stones. There's a dog that I killed, so I'm gonna go back over here actually and grab that soul to be safe. I mean, I can obviously try to kill the guard again, but you know how that turned out last time. So I'm gonna do this, get the soul from the dog. You know, any other like free kills? I'm not sure. I don't remember if there's any like souls I can just get for free. You know, without any combat, if possible. That would be great. You know, if you don't get into combat in the first place. That would be ideal. Well, I'm just gonna go over here then. I'm gonna go over here. I'm going to use the Hexen. And again, we're gonna get the Blood Golem, as I mentioned before. We're not gonna use necromancy because I feel like that doesn't fit Ragnvaldr's character. You know, that's the biggest reason. I'm going to get pheromones, actually. So this is a new strategy. So I'm going to use pheromones. I'm going to get pheromones and getting loving whispers for healing. So this is it. This is basically my strategy. Funnily enough, though, it doesn't work on Isaiah, you know, but let's see. But I am gonna fight Isaiah though, because I'm gonna need the Iron Mask. So another requirement, by the way, to fight the Crow Mauler is to get the Iron Mask. Getting the Iron Mask is important because it prevents blindness from the blindness spell, and that's important too because if you get blinded, your run is basically over because you can't see anything, quite literally. So you need the Iron Mask on your character. But let's see. I mean, some ways to fight him. You can go back, get the Salmon Snake Soul, but like that's kind of hard. It's harder to fight the Salmon Snake rather than fight Isaiah. So I mean, I don't know if this is a very reliable strategy, but what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna fight him like so, attack him. He always, wastes his first turn doing nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon Blood Golem as well. Yes. So hopefully this will minimize the damage. He's going to has his sword. I'm going to guard and basically let my JoJo stand do the work. It's going to go Odo, and hopefully it'll work out. I don't know. The reason, by the way, you think I would use pheromones, right? But pheromones doesn't actually work on Isaiah for some reason. I tried and it doesn't seem to do anything. But yeah, normally pheromones would, taunt the enemy, so you would use it on the Blood Golem, you think, right? But it doesn't work. What I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna guard. I'm gonna guard, hope for the best. I mean, it's likely that we win. Hopefully the Blood Golem will be smart and attack the legs, so we can go for the head later. Plague Touch? Plague Touch doesn't do anything. I'm just gonna guard. If he gets... Oh, never mind. There you go. Uda. He just punches him straight in the head. Sometimes that happens. That just happens for some reason. I don't know. Let's use the Soul Stone. Let's not devour. Be careful. And search. So we get the Iron Mask and the maps. Maps will be useful too. Also a weird glitch, by the way. Apparently, for Isaiah, he doesn't have a flag to despawn the Blood Golem. The Blood Golem is not supposed to be in a party, by the way. That's a glitch. So I might, just real quick, I want to get rid of that glitch. But first, I'm going to put Iron Mask. I get rid of the bleeding as well. I'm going to heal as well. Healing. These are blue vials. I'm going to go back to Hexen real quick and grab the blood portal. Because the blood portal will make things just more convenient, Alrighty. Where's the blood portal? Over here. That. Go. Wait a little bit in the Hexen. Don't cancel out too quickly, otherwise it'll bug out. It'll glitch and you don't actually get the skill. Alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over here. But let's see, where's the portal? This layout kind of sucks though, because the portal is very near like a guard. Guard sometimes patrols here. Oh, there it is. In fact, isn't this where I got killed by? Was it this guard that I died to? I can't remember if I died to that guard. I don't remember now. All my memories, went away. It dissipated. And I got murdered by that one guard. Anyway, what I'm gonna do actually, so, again, I don't want to cheat, basically. I'm trying to not cheat. Even though the game is making me cheat. I'm going to actually go, where is it? I'm gonna go oh yeah, this thing. No, stop it. Okay, fine. We'll do this part really quickly. Any empty vials actually? Give some free wine. Why not? And it's a free wine pit stop. The barrels usually just have food in them, but in Terran Starvation mode, I believe, they kind of suck. Because they often have just rotten food, which you can't use. I mean, you can use it, but it just poisons you. Anyway, let's see. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I want to go... I think it was over here, because I'm trying to find elite guard. Be careful. Elite guards are never worth fighting, so I'm gonna avoid them. And you can't kill them. You cannot kill them with a bow and arrow either. Nor can you affect them with bear traps for some reason. That could be a glitch. I don't know. Maybe it's in-game reasons because they have armor. Oh come on! Are they gonna move or not? Okay, they eventually did move. They turned around. Okay. Okay. Hurry up, hurry up. Freaking elite guard. I hate these guys. Oh, and away from this guy. Don't want to fight him. Not yet, anyway. I mean, we can, but I'd rather not. Just in case. But yeah, we're gonna activate the little fight over here and then just do nothing because I want to like not cheat. That's the biggest thing. I don't want to cheat, so I'm going to like do that, and that despawns our blood golem, so it's fair now. I like to play fair, you know. All right, so now what we need to do, I guess, yeah. Now all we need to do is simply activate the Crow Mauler and fight him at this point. I don't know where the best possible place to activate him. I think if you just stand still here. These guys over here, though, which I don't like. I think maybe if you just stand still here, maybe-ish. I don't know. Hopefully the flying gnomes don't like walk them more. Sometimes the flying gnomes, they kind of like home in on you for some reason. They sometimes do that. But let me double check. So let's see. So I have everything ready. I have the sword. I don't have a shield, which kind of sucks. I wish I had a shield just for a little bit extra defense. I have the mask. I have the sword. I have a throwing dart. I think I have red vial. So red vial over here, and the throwing dart. I do have one. You know, hopefully that doesn't miss. So here's the strategy. The strategy, generally speaking, the best strategy usually is actually poison Crow Mauler. But before you do that, you gotta make sure he doesn't do the instant kill move. So first you do red vial. Then what I usually do, I summon the blood golem to spread out the damage. Hopefully he doesn't like focus fire on Ragnvaldr. And then I use pheromones. So I think pheromones does work on Crow Mauler. So I'm gonna use pheromones on the blood golem. And by that point, we'll have like a very tanky, you know, ally to like tank all the damage. And then we poison Crow Mauler, and that should be easy. You can also try to poison immediately, but I feel like that's a little bit risky because it can do the Crow Mauler can do a lot of damage immediately on your character without a tank. So that's why I avoid doing that. Though I guess it is possible if somehow you find like a shield or like a plate mail like early on. But the problem is that there's no guaranteed items. There's no guaranteed like plate mail anywhere. At least before you fight Crow Mauler. There is a guaranteed plate mail after Crow Mauler. You know, in the city Mahabra, but you can't. Obviously, you can't go there yet, right? Until you kill him. At least with Ragnvaldr S ending. But yeah, we just wait. I don't know how it works. I think the Crow Mauler just eventually spawns if you just stand in one area for long enough. I think it's just kind of random. I know there's some spots where he jump scares you, right? Sometimes he goes through the walls, so maybe standing in those areas it doesn't work. Some areas it just doesn't ever spawn. But I think if you just stand here long enough, he spawns, right? He usually spawns at an exit. Usually this exit. I think anyway. It's funny how like when you want Crow Mauler to spawn, he doesn't spawn. You know, it's like the heck. Like when you want him to spawn, like he doesn't spawn. So this is gonna be a waiting game, actually. I'm just gonna wait, I guess, until he spawns and wait for this torch. The only reason I'm not waiting like directly under the torch is because I don't want to accidentally go through the stairs. If you go through the stairs, it despawns him, so... Oh, there you go. Okay. There you go. Alright, let's see. So this is it. So this is kind of the pivotal moments. I mean, there's a few pivotal moments in the run, but this is one of them, the first one anyway. And this is where things can go wrong really quickly. But let's use the red vial on his head. He's gonna use the maul on us. That's, you know, there's no way to avoid that really. We're gonna take damage. We get fractured or whatever. Next thing we do, we use blood golem. Hopefully, if he attacks us, we survive at least one more hit. Hopefully he doesn't use the magic ability. Heck. And okay, that's it. Alright. Now, this is risky because pheromones can miss. So I might not want to use that immediately. I might want to heal up instead. To be honest, yeah, I think it's better to heal up instead. Because it's risky. So I'm just gonna heal up. The healing does not miss, you know, as far as I know. Pheromones can. It's a very low chance, to be honest, but I just don't want to risk it, you know? In fact, we might not even have to use pheromones. But just in case, we're gonna use pheromones on the blood golem. Guarantee that it's gonna tank everything. So it's just gonna attack the blood golem now, which is great. Blood golem has like 200 HP, which is like a lot. So it's gonna be at least enough for a few turns. So there's that. And then we will use a throwing dart on the torso. I mean, that's generally speaking, if you're not doing this in hard mode or solo mode, then you would just do that immediately. I guess you use Ragnvaldr. You would have other party members, you know, they would use items and whatnot. But basically, you would use poison on the Crow Mauler. Reason because, like a lot of enemies in this game, the torso actually has a lot of hidden HP. Like the max HP of the torso is like really high, and poison, and I think most any kind of damage over time effect is percentage based. So it does a lot of damage, but for most enemies in the game, the torso is scripted to, you know, to like win. Like if you reduce the torso to a certain amount of HP, then you win anyway. So that's how it works. I think that's the way developer like scripts it. I think it's because technically all of the body parts of the enemy are like ads, you know, like an RPG, right? It's like they're like different enemy types. But like when you kill the torso, which is kind of like the boss, everything else dies. That's how it's scripted. But there you go. We killed the Crow Mauler. That's our biggest achievement. Our number one achievement is to kill the Crow Mauler early. Everything else, still not the easiest thing in the world. In fact, I'm using my last green herb. Is there like another one? It'd be really bad if I get hit by a rusty nail. Anyway, we did that. Let's increase our mine as well. We have tobacco. We also need a Crow Mauler's soul, but I don't think we have enough soul stones, but that's okay. I think the Crow Mauler's body eventually just respawns back at his bed, I think. So you can always get his soul later if you don't have a soul stone right now, and I don't think I do. I always use up all my soul stones in order to get strong enough to like even fight him in the first place. We can get his... Oh, don't devour him. Be careful. We can get his key. That's the thing. But it's either we get miasma, but it's really not necessary. In fact, I feel like the Eastern Sword's better because it has more potential to do more damage, honestly. So I think I'm just gonna keep that. I like a shield though. I mean, even just a buckler shield maybe would help. I don't know. We're gonna heal up, like so, and eat a head of cabbage for a celebration. All right, there you go. That's it. Crow Mauler's down. Hopefully, they don't get like chopped off by like a random guard. But the next thing we got to do actually is to head down to City Mahabra. We're gonna go to City Mahabra. We're gonna grab some armor, actually, some guaranteed armor that you normally would not get. Otherwise, excuse me. Look the other way, please. Okay. Oh, come on! It turned just the last second. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go down this way. I mean, I don't think we need to head back down there anyway, because we have Blood Portal, right? That works for me. How much coins do I have, actually? Maybe I should have... well, I guess it doesn't matter. We can always get more coins later, maybe. I'm thinking. Or maybe, I don't know. Actually, when I think about it, I should get the coins from Buckman now, actually. Because if I don't, then it might not work. Because Jean, you know, for Jean, I might save her, actually, for Jean, because it allows us a quick travel back to where we might need to go again. So I might want to do that. But the problem is this guy, is in the way. You know, it's like, what the heck? Oh, come on. This is gonna stand there. I could fight him, but I kind of don't want to. That's the problem. How many iron arrows do I have? I have 6 iron arrows. It's probably worth it. I'm just gonna do it. Goodbye. I don't want to fight. It's a probably easy fight. You know, you get rid of the arms and that's it. But oh, I got 2 more arrows. You know what? Profit, actually. You got 2 more iron arrows out of it, so it actually works out. You know, it actually be kind of cool if there's a mechanic where you kill enemies, when you loot them, you actually get your arrows back. I mean, maybe that'd be OP, but it would make sense. Anyway, so let's see. So we did that. So yeah, so what I want to do is actually head back real quick. I want to head back to the basement area, which I guess, well, actually it's faster to go back this way. I was thinking, which way should I go? I mean, I could go back to the well, drop down there, but I guess it's faster to just go this way. Think about it. But this goes to the same place anyway. But basically, I just want to talk to Buckman real quick. I want to talk to Buckman, get the free money, because if you save Buckman and you talk to him immediately afterwards, he does give you coins, and that's very good for getting more soul stones. You buy it from the Mahabra. Yeah, so we got it. So we got the coins. I think, right? I skipped it, so it went really quickly, but I think we got the coins. Right? Where is it? Where is it? Here you go. Yeah, 84 coins. I'm gonna talk to you. They're gonna do the thing where they leave, which is actually good for me, to be honest. You know, I'm manipulating them a little bit, but I want them to leave, actually. Because if you save Jean, she goes here and there's some extra dialogue about Sir Seymour or whatever, or rather, Sir Sarah, rather. And that's fine and all, but if you actually let Buckman and Seymour leave, which dooms them, unfortunately, but you save Jean, she rewards you, like a few things, which is not essential to the playthrough, but it's nice to have. So it's actually, meta-wise anyway, more beneficial to let them die. You know, it's just kind of funny, kind of like a theme in this game. It's actually better to let them die, because we're not going to do the whole quest anyway, and we're not going to get the ring of race. It's not really important. We're open, so I guess we can do something. We can use other items, but for whatever reason, I always want to save my resources, even though I might not even need them anymore. The red vials, for example, we don't need them. We're gonna pray. I believe it prays Sylvian, right? Sylvian, that's good though, because we can get the other healing spell. That's important. The Night Lurcher here, which I usually can just trick, right? It's not. I don't usually get in battle. I can just do this. Even though I hate Night Lurchers, I'd rather kill them. I can usually just come on. Usually, okay, there you go. Usually that works. Eventually. Okay, over here. There's a elite guard on the right. We're going to avoid them, because we do not want to fight elite guards. Elite guards are scary. We're going to go in here instead. Open the doors. This way. Avoid the bear traps. I hate this place because the bear traps, like one wrong misstep and then you lose your legs, I imagine, and that really sucks. We're going to equip the short bow actually and go this way. There's an enemy over here that we'll just walk away if we get close, but I think, let's see. Come on, let's go down this way. There we go. And we just murder him real quick. I'd rather not fight him. In fact, fighting them is actually bad because they can stun you and just murder you. And that's the other guaranteed throwing dart. If you go down all the way down here, and I believe you go in the tombs, it doesn't deactivate Chromol. It's only when you go to the city Mahabharata proper, that's when it despawns. So you can go here and get an extra throwing dart if you need it. Alright, and then go down this way. We need to come back here actually. We actually do need to do the puzzle with Ragnvaldr's ending. But we'll do that later. Again, be careful of the bear traps. I hate the bear traps. It's always a present danger. It's like walking through a minefield, really. That's what it feels like. Mushroom, why not? And alright, let's see. So, let's see. Now we're here. Ooh, I got bucklers. That's good. We're actually going to unequip the buckler pretty soon, but... so let's see. We have the maps, so we might as well get this stuff. The scroll transmutation. I mean, we don't really need it, but just in case, if we were running low on resources, or want to conserve resources, we can always use the scroll transmutation for extra resources by turning water into wine. Food is not really a big necessity because we can just devour corpses for the most part. But let's see, we're gonna go down here actually. So I think, yeah, the next step is actually go down here. Go down this way. Wait for this monster to go down. We do not want to fight. I guess like I can use my bow and arrow, but again, I don't want to waste too many of my arrows. I'm gonna make sure I have enough. Okay, go down this way. So here's the strat. So you go down here. Equip your bow. Put the bow back on. And there's an enemy here, right? Normally there's an enemy here. If you pass it on in the past, I guess, if you go through this area in the past, then it's immediately aggro. But if you go here the first time, he just stands there menacingly. But what you can do is, boop, he's dead. So you can just kill him real quick. And I think that's the best option. I mean, you can fight him normally, but like, you know, again, there's the problem. A lot of enemies obviously is limb cutting. So this enemy, I think, can cut your limbs. So that's why I just do that instead. And I didn't know it. I was experimenting actually off screen. I was like, how can I kill this guy and get his armor? Because I was thinking, right, his god armor is very good, right? I remember my Enki run, I get this too, but Enki himself can't wear it. But because we're Ragnvaldr, he can wear it, so that's really good. He can just wear the best armor in the game, just because, right? He can just do it. So getting this is like very good. Obviously, though, for the hard mode, you can't rush here until you get Chromauler. But once you do get rid of Chromauler, that's when you can do that and just get really good armor. So that's really good, right? Obviously, that really helps our survivability when fighting most enemies. Obviously, there's an exception, though. I'm just thinking there is one exception, but for the most part, that's really good. So let's go over here, and then go down this way. That's also good. I'm just thinking about Mahabra and how like there's no rusty nails. Again, rusty nails. It's like my biggest, I guess, trauma. Like pseudo trauma. Just not real trauma. Oh, but it's like it's what I remember the most about this game, to be honest. But like, there is no rusty nail in the city of Mahabra, so that's good. So let's see. I mean, this is not necessary, but might as well. I'm gonna grab some stuff from here and also pray to the statue. Also, lag. I feel like sometimes if you just pause a little bit and then unpause, the lag goes away. I don't know. Something about that, maybe. Helps. Not sure. Maybe it's a placebo effect. I feel like pausing a little bit does help the frame rates. Again, I don't know why if they like the game slows down sometimes. But let's see. Let's pray to Gorgoroth because it's a Gorgoroth statue. I mean, we might want to get hurting, I guess, just in case. Maybe for against the White Angel. Usually, if I have Ragnvaldr, actually, I don't fight the White Angel with magic. I just fight mono a mono, Of course, we can't do that now. We'll do that later. Let's see. So we go over here because I want to get soul stones. Basically, we got enough soul stones. Make sure we have enough for all the bosses. That's a requirement for the ending. So before we get enough of that, be careful to buy the wrong thing. Soul stone, soul stone, soul stone, and soul stone. So that's a lot of soul stones. A lot of iron arrows this run. That's good. Allows me to bypass some enemies if I need to. Nah. In fact, I might even kill it. If I can I kill the Harvestman with iron arrows? I actually don't know if I can or not. I might try, actually, because the Harvestman is a pain in the behind. To be honest, in a way a little bit. The hitbox is deceptive. Oh. That's strange. It says that, but it's not dead. Okay, that's a glitch. I never actually tried that, so I guess it doesn't work. That's a waste of an arrow. What the heck? It's supposed to be dead. It says you hit the guard or whatever and it died, but it didn't. That's a ripoff. Anyway, never actually tried that, to be honest. So I didn't know if it would work. A scroll or something? I'm not gonna use it, but I guess Healing Whispers. I mean, that's what I'm gonna get anyway. But I'm not gonna get it because I don't want to use rare loot. It's a weird self-restriction, but like I like to use consistent strategies rather than like relying on rare loot in this game. Alright, next thing we gotta do. There's a black witch here usually that spawns. What you want to do? Make it spawn. And boop, dead. And you don't have to worry about it. Okay, let me get your soul real quick. In fact, the soul is very useful because I can use it against the salmon snake. And the salmon snake soul obviously is very versatile, so I want to get that eventually. So we're gonna have to go back and get the salmon snake eventually as well. And oh yeah, don't devour this corpse, by the way. If you devour the black witch, it's poison. so that's also a potential downside of devour. Sometimes it's for certain enemies you don't want to devour the corpse because they will poison you. Like for example, if you eat zombies, now obviously you eat like a rotten corpse, obviously that will poison you. So don't do that. It's bad for your stomach. Get a stomachache. Okay, grab this. This will give you a lot of money. I used a lot of money to buy more soul stones. Plan. So let's head back. So yeah, I mean the run definitely is going smoothly at this point, but we're still preparing though. So obviously after the Crowmauler fight, that's a big thing. But after this is when things will start to slow down a little bit, but then it'll ramp up again because we're gonna have to fight like obviously some hard bosses eventually. But for now, we're just preparing for that. We need the Salmon Snake Soul, so we're gonna grab that. Actually, I've got the. I should just use the Blood Portal actually. Trying to think actually. Well, what's the order if I should do things? I want to get the Soul Stone. So there's a few like chores, I guess. So first, let's open the Blood Portal. I'm gonna do. Open Blood Portal. Pray to Grogaroth. Do that. And then we go down. We gotta get the Soul Stone, so we're gonna have to put it back in the pass again. So here. Oh, again, I don't know which is faster. Either I think it's the same distance. Either way. Hold down the button. If you hold down the button for a lot of like, unskippable cutscenes, it does speed things up a little bit. So you can speed it up during the little transition as well. But sometimes I'm afraid though. Sometimes if I feel like if I make it go fast, it might like, I don't know, bug out or something. I don't know. Alright, where's the Harvest Man? It's going up. And again, the hitbox is so deceiving for some reason. Like, sometimes when I like, he's all the way over there, and somehow I still get into a fight. I don't know. Okay, so let me get some soul stones as much as we can, just in case. Trying to think. Should I get some elixir of bodies as well, just in case? I'm not sure. I think we're good. Just get another soul stone. I'm a soul stone-aholic. Alright, we're just gonna go this way. I'd rather not go where the Harvest Man is again, so we're just gonna go this way. So eventually, yeah, we want to fight the Salmon Snake now. So where's the enemy? Down there. It's gonna... Oh, okay, damn it! I was hoping it wouldn't do that. Run away! Okay, good. I mean, that was actually very lucky, because if I got hit there, because if you get hit there, I think you get infection, and I don't have a way to heal infection at the moment. So, that was like really risky, actually. Anyway, okay, what I want to do now is actually do this. And I think this saves some time. I don't know if it saves time exactly, but we're gonna do this. Go over here. Grab some stuff. Hopefully we're fast enough. I think there's a bit of a time limit, actually, if you go down here. But you witness this scene, right? Usually this is where Jean gets captured or whatever. And crawled, or dragged, rather. You interrupt the beast. You run away. I think there's a bit of like a aggro limit, I think. And what you do is put on the bow, which I have. How much iron I also have? Let me just double check. I wish there was an ammo counter. But I have 4, so... Boop! Dead. Easy. Oh yeah, you can use a soul stone, but it doesn't work actually. It doesn't work on these guys. These guys, I believe, are artificial, so you can't use those. Like that. I guess that's it, right? Any soul stone? I believe you cannot use soul stone. Anyway. Investigate. We're gonna introduce ourselves to her. Hello, I'm Ragnvaldr. I'm on hard mode. I need to get the S ending. Blah 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 blah. And she says, she wants help to go back up. Sure. It's honestly just free fast travel. It's just free fast travel at the end of the day, so this is actually worth it. So we just go back down. This way. And there you go. Oh, damn it. These guys are still here. I thought they'd leave. Or whatever. My initial strategy is actually let Buckman and Sir Seymour die. So because when she appears here by herself, she actually rewards you. But if she appears here with her friends, ironically, she does not reward you. So it's kind of BS. Oh well, I mean, it's not a big deal really. It doesn't matter too much. It's just a bit of a shame because I'd rather have that extra healing potions. Also, this is like really what's going on. This guy doesn't. What the heck? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go the other way because going down there is worse than going up this way. I feel like. Why is the two big guys just hanging out together? Also, ah. Okay, I'm gonna talk. This is actually still dangerous, to be honest. It's horrible. And then talk again for the other stun, and it only works 2 times. You can't use it. You can't use it infinitely. So it only does twice. Okay. Just to be safe, I do it twice so I can have an extra turn to run. All right, and we'll still be wary of that because of infections. You know, cave gnomes can still infect you right now, or still can infect me rather right now. That's not good. Oh yeah, let's use the soulstone there. I actually want the healing whispers. Do that. Go down this way. Over here. Pause so it doesn't lag. I don't know. I feel like pausing helps with the memory leak. I don't know what it is. Some kind of memory leak. Yeah, sure. Let me just eat you real quick. Num. As long as you loot everything, you already use soulstone. I think you still use soulstone, but just to be safe. But I think if you devour it, you're still able to use the soulstone, but you can't like loot them. So you gotta make sure you loot them before you eat them. All right. So let's see. Next thing I want to do is get the healing whispers. Oh. And maybe eventually we'll get hurting. I guess hurting. Oh yeah, hurting. You need a second tier. Well, I have to go to the tower endless first before I get the final circle to get that hurting spell. I don't know. I don't know if it's better or not. I guess we don't need it. I mean, I think it's fine. Anyway, did that. So next thing we gotta do is let's see. We want to go back to the salmon snake and go kill him. Actually, and we're really prepared. Actually, we have the strong sword. We have strong armor. We have the helmet that it doesn't say here, but it does protect you from being stunned from the salmon snake. So that's we even have poison. So really, it should be really easy. It shouldn't be hard at all. But I'm just like very careful. Let me. Okay, well I think best way is. Also, by the way, Crowmauler this is the Crowmauler thing. There's a tight corridor behind the walls. Collapse now. They have their own. They have their own like network. Between the in the walls. That's how Crowmauler stalks you, I guess. And definitely in hard mode, yeah, they just crash out of the wall like Kool-Aid Man. I think there's 2. As far as I know, there's only 2 locations that happens. That is that location and the one where Lagarde is. The one near Lagarde, anyway. Also, dodge Moonless. Okay, good. Oh, get away from me! Cave gnomes, so annoying. I'll go over here. Go this way, but don't go all the way to the right though, because that's where the Night Lurch is. I think. Or well, actually, the Night Lurcher. Hold on, let me make a blood portal. Well, actually, the door to the Salmon Snake is near where the Night Lurcher is, right? I think. Be careful though. You know what? I gotta get rid of it. I don't know. I don't feel safe unless it's dead. Okay. I don't feel safe unless it's dead. I don't like that guy. In a narrow corridor and like a very strong enemy. Okay, let's find some coins. And I guess, yeah, let me use soulstone. One more soulstone. Just in case. Just in case I need it. Anyway. I have enough though. Like I bought a lot of soulstones, so I must have at least 1 left. I have 5. So I need it for the salmon snake, so this is what I need it for. Anyway. Yeah, so let's see. We can destroy this. I mean, I think we need the salmon snake, so anyway. I mean, besides how useful the soul is, we also need it for the ending. So I think you do need it for the ending. It's a unique soul, right? Some water, why not? Remember to hydrate. And by hydrating, I mean like turn the water into wine, and then drink that. Well, I got a lot of vials. Okay. I guess to top off, I might as well. Wine vial. Oop. Eat a mushroom? Okay. Alright, I mean, this should be pretty easy. I'm thinking, like, should I use a blood golem even? I don't think I even need to. As long as I hit the torso once, that's pretty much it. I win. Of course, assuming I hit the torso, but let's see. Like, I think it's better to just do this. Boop. It's poison, it's weak to poison. It's gonna, like, hit me a few times, but that's it. It's that easy, it's very quick, especially because I critted. There you go. Very easy win. I'm gonna grab the soul as well. I'm gonna put the soul on, just in case. Like, you know, whenever I, like, accidentally go into battle and, like, I want to make sure I don't want to lose my limbs. But at this point, you know, we're pretty much safe. The Salmon Snake Soul is just, it's so nice. You know, it's like a sigh of relief. That you don't lose your limbs anymore, at least for the most part. Hopefully, anyway. So there is a part in the game where you still might lose a limb, but for the most part, you shouldn't lose your limbs at this point. Because you're Salmon Snake Soul for the most part. All right, there you go. Salmon Snake down. We have Salmon Snake Soul. We're pretty much ready. Let me heal up. Blue vial right there. Yeah. So all we need to do is, I guess, I want to get the last blood portal just so we have the fast travel point. So we're gonna teleport back to the Grand Library real quick, and let's see. We want to put it back in the past as well. Just the freaking, like, Harvestman, though. Hate. I think there's an easy way to kill the Harvestman. It's gonna grab you on the second turn, right? It always grabs you. I hate that Harvestman so much. Like, the bear trap doesn't even work, I think. I think they walk over the bear trap. Let me see. I mean, just in case, I'm gonna put a bear trap here just to see if if it comes back this way. But usually, oh, what the heck? See, there's the hitbox there sucks. I hate that. All right. Well, I mean, this is it. Like, we have to kill this guy now, basically. Using a blood, summoning a blood golem is wasting time. So okay, we just have to hit him and hope for the crit. Nope. The run could end here. Is the problem. If you try to guard, it doesn't work. Please die. Okay. Ooh, you don't know how relieved I am because, you know, that run. The Harvestman sucks. I don't know if it's a glitch or not. Maybe it's intentional, but unlike all of the other enemies in the game, you cannot guard against his instant kill move. It's like coin flip move. You flip the coin and everything. If you get it wrong, you die. So there's a game over with the Harvestman. And it's also his hitbox is so inconsistent as well. Usually when he stands here, I usually can get pie him like this, right? But sometimes I can't. I don't know why. Well, anyway, whatever. As long as we don't have to worry about that anymore. But let's see. So what do I want to do? Actually, how many coins do I have? I have 14 coins. I could buy like an extra potion from the merchant, I guess, if I need to. Extra body. Like so. I don't like that thing. Just standing there. Can it move, please? Move, please? Okay. Alright, so we just need to go Tower Endless now. I just want to get the last, like, fast travel points, so it's easier to go back and forth. And I think we can start fighting the new gods now, right? So this is where we fight the new gods. I'm trying to think. So what's the best strategy? Probably fight the Tormented One first, you know? And probably do this. I was thinking of the whole skin granny fight as well. I remember that's how I lost the Enki and the Enki route too. But I think it's better. We should fight the Tormented One first. The reason why is to get the White Angel Soul. We use the White Angel Soul against Valtia. Valtia, like, it's not really guaranteed, but it helps our chances because the thing about Valtia is that he can just spam like magic in your face and you freaking die. So that's kind of what I want to avoid. So I want to have as many turns as I can, have as many chances as I can to make sure that doesn't happen, if possible. Oops, I didn't mean to go here during the pass. If you go there during the pass, you just teleport to the dream sequence. This is not what I want to do right now. I mean, I guess I'm trying to think. I can probably do the skin granny fight now, though. I think I have all the things I need anyway. Because I'm going to do the strategy where I use Salmon Snake, so, and hopefully, well, I guess we'll see. But I remember, again, the fight with the skin granny, I feel like glitched out when I was playing as Enki before. So, but it shouldn't happen again. I think I know like what triggers the glitch, so it shouldn't happen. Hopefully, I hope with my life. Let's see. Activate the blood portal, and then no, and then pray to Grogaroth. Pray to Grogaroth real quick. Get the last affinity, just in case we need it. Grab the cloth. I actually don't know what happens if you rest here. You know, normally if you rest here in a normal playthrough, you get to save, but not in Harmo. Harmo you can't save, right? So, I don't know what happens there. I never tried. I don't know. Is the game over? Anyway, so we did that. Let's see. So there you go. So the next thing we gotta do is simply go to the Tormented One and beat his ass, you know? Okay. Alright, so let's go to the Grand Library. That's where we need to go. Let's head down to Mr. Flayed Man, who I assume is in constant pain. You know, I've heard that actually, yeah. Losing your skin is like probably one of the most painful things in the world, actually. I have heard, like, for example, when people get burned alive, right? The pain is excruciating, and especially because you burn off your skin, you know, and you kind of need that. Like, you can't survive if you're missing most of your skin. Actually, it's very important that you keep your skin. So I don't know, you know, that's how he lives his life, I guess, just in constant agony. It's like actually really horrible to think about. Very morbid. Like this stuff here. All right, so let's see. So we gotta go down. So we're gonna do the usual thing. Go to the cloning lab. Check my stuff. I do wanna hold on. Well, let me see. Let me just get this. I mean, I guess there's no like really any enemies at this point that don't matter too much. So I'm just gonna put on the Black Witch Soul. So obviously, I think the Black Witch Soul is the best thing to use against the Tormented One, because it'll poison him. You know, poisoning is good, at least when it's against your enemies. Which, by the way, you know, so a strategy actually, like kind of like a backup strategy I've been kind of theorizing, was to use the Ritual Spear. So if I don't have the Throw Stone, always, just in case I don't have any of the throwing darts, you know, if I didn't get any like throwing darts, I thought I would use a Ritual Spear. It's kind of like a backup. As it turns out, though, I've been testing it and it doesn't seem to work. You know, like I don't know, is it just me? I don't know. I don't know. My game is bugged, but I feel like the Ritual Spear, even though it says like the description says it's like coated in poison and everything, it's supposed to be like a poison weapon, but like when I use it, it never poisons. So I don't know if I'm getting unlucky or it's like I'm using it on the wrong enemies or something, but it just never works. It's very strange. I don't know why that happens. So, well, I mean, I kind of know. Well, like, what's the word? I speculate that I know because I actually look in the game files. I look at the weapons that the way it's scripted and everything in RPG Maker, and it seems like the poison effect is not really working because the developer put the wrong thing in or something. They used the wrong variable, I think. Something like that, right? They're using like state rate or something instead of attack state. Something, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. That's just my guess. I'll probably have to do some more research to figure out like exactly why. Like I wonder, because there's other weapons as well, like the Shark Teeth that also does bleeding apparently. That's what it says. It's supposed to bleed, but doesn't seem to actually do that. As far as I remember. But maybe it does. I can't remember if it does or not, to be honest. I just didn't really think about it. But if I remember correctly, it doesn't actually bleed anything, right? And it's supposed to, so maybe it's the same thing with the Ritual Spear? I'm not sure. I can't remember, to be honest. I would have to double check that. You know, my memory is horrible. I remember using the Shark Teeth multiple times, actually. I just don't remember if it bleeds or not. I just assumed it did, you know, but I think it doesn't? I don't know. I'm not sure. One weapon that does, though, like, or like stats effects anyway, that does work is the Cursed Blue Sin. You know, the Blue Sin you get from teleporting with the Passages of Mahabra in the mines. If you get that sword and you curse it and everything, it adds like a fire effect. Now that does seem to work, and I think it's because it uses a different variable. to apply it and everything. So I don't know, it's weird. I'm thinking of making a video about that, to be honest. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it matters. I don't know if anyone cares. But it is interesting how like the game, it's like doesn't work. You know, like part of the game just doesn't work, and it's like I want to point that out and explain why. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's interesting to anyone else. But it was kind of interesting to me, though. I was like, you know, I could use his ritual spear, right? But no, actually, you cannot. Turns out it doesn't work. Actually, it does not work at all. Whoops. I mean, hopefully the developer eventually comes back to this game and fixes those little small bugs, but I mean, I don't know. Are they even aware of them? I don't know. Anyway, let's play this clone of myself. Go, 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 go. Turn that wheel. Turn the wheel of pain. Turn it really quickly before the guy with no skin attacks us. As he slowly walks towards us. Very menacingly. Okay. Alright. Go here. Go down this way. Okay, just to make sure, so... I mean, if it matters if I'm gonna, like, eat. I'm going to... Again, none of it matters, but I'm gonna top off my mind. Just in case. Check my equipment. I have the sword. I got a spider shield, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that just randomly from loot, so that works for me. I have the helmet, the strongest helmet in the game, strongest armor in the game, at least for physical defense. He does use magic moves, though, so that's gotta be careful of that. I have the Black Witch Soul. So, I mean, yeah, I think we're ready. As ready as we'll ever be. So let's go. Hopefully things don't go bad. I mean, things can definitely go bad if he uses his special move like 3 times in a row or something and I die. So that could happen. But first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use a throwing dart because I don't want to accidentally crit his torso and like make him go in the second phase, I guess. I guess it doesn't matter. But anyway, I always think that, but actually, yeah, maybe that's okay though, because if I miss, it doesn't matter, right? I don't know. Anyway, I always forget if it matters or not. Well, actually, it does. Actually, yeah, because I want an extra turn to like summon my blood golem. That's why I use the throwing dart. I want to save. I want to stall a little bit, like 1 turn, so I can summon my blood golem safely. That's why. And now let's see. I do wanna. I want to heal. I'm thinking like because you use pheromones on the blood golem actually, but I actually do want to save the. Let's see. Is it better to use healing whispers or loving whispers? They might give a blood golem a little bit of more HP. Because I'm only at 50, I'm not really... Because loving whisper only heals... It heals like 80. But healing whispers... I always forget how much it heals. I don't know why I don't use healing whispers. Whatever. It does heal for a lot, I think. It heals for 30. Okay. I was gonna say though, I can use pheromones on blood golem, but I might not want it to take all the hits, you know? I want to actually spread the damage a little bit. So that's better, actually. I was trying to hit the second... It doesn't matter, but I couldn't move my target for some reason. Maybe the... It's a bit of a glitch, actually. Sometimes the game glitches out and I can't choose what I want. I think you have to, like, back out and do it again, but... Okay, fine. You change the tournament on Blood Golem, that's okay. A lot of damage, but it's not me, you know? Let's see. Hit the second circle? Like so. And I think we pretty much won at this point. Assuming he doesn't do, like, a very super-duper special move that somehow kills me. He says as he does it. No? Okay, he doesn't. Alright. Alright, now we just hit him in the face. Oh! And you're dead. You know, I think, yeah, like, when he's vulnerable like that, it does do extra damage. Because, you know, you normally don't do 2,000 damage, you know, for the Eastern Sword. But I think he's, like, very vulnerable when that happens. So there you go. So we beat him. Pretty simple. It's not really the main threat, really. The biggest threat is actually, the White Angel. That's the true boss fight, you know, in this area, actually. We use, that. And then some wine. In the game. Not in real life, obviously. Yeah, that works. Alright, so go here. Oh yeah, nothing there. So I think. So, you know, part of my strategy as well when I was developing the strategy, by the way, you know, because I'm trying to like figure out how to beat the game, Ragnvaldr hard mode and everything. I was thinking of going back to the present and getting Chains of Torment and using it on the White Angel. But as far as I know, using magic on the White Angel is not guaranteed. So I think it's better, especially Ragnvaldr, because he has high, you know, good armor and everything, and I can use the Summon Snake. So I think it's actually better to fight the White Angel. Just mono a mono, you know? I'm gonna do that. I don't know if this matters. I'm gonna do it real quick. And yeah. So we're just gonna do that. You know, we're just gonna fight the White Angel mono mono. We want the White Angel dead because we want his soul. So we're gonna do that. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we're just gonna fight. Yeah. And we have the Summon Snake Soul, so we shouldn't be losing limbs. We're going to summon the Blood Golem. For extra help, summon a JoJo stand. For no power. Okay, and we're going to guard, I think, on the second turn. Because I think it has a very similar pattern to the normal guards, actually. To the prison guards in the beginning. He always does a special move. Not that one. He does, like, yeah, the grabbing move. Which you have to guard against. Otherwise, he'll slam you in the face, I think. Okay, and now we just fight. I think the arms, we just gotta get rid of the arms, basically. The arms actually don't have a lot of evasion, as far as I know. I literally look in the game files. And let's see. I don't think it attacks. I don't think it does a special move right after. It's very. I think it's. I could be wrong, and this mistake could cost me my life. But I think the same thing happens where in the guards they always take at least 2 more turns before they do the special move again. But either way, I think we won. But just to be safe, I'm just gonna use Healing Whispers. But they can only know the White Angel. You know, it's like very strong move. Is only possible with its arms. So if it doesn't have arms, like whatever. I think we pretty much won. So we can just hit, let's see, the leg, I guess. Which was faster, the torso or the legs. But it's just gonna tackle the whole time now. Okay, it doesn't do the thing. Okay, I didn't realize actually. I didn't realize it doesn't do the vulnerable state when you hit the leg. So I guess just hit the torso. So yeah, the usual strategy for fighting the White Angel, I've always heard, when people give tips or whatever, is to use magic. But magic, it's not always the best thing there, actually. It's actually better to just cut off his arms and just fight it normally, I feel like. Especially if you're Ragnvaldr, like, full AP. In fact, it's better, ironically, in solo. Because all of the damage will go towards him instead. So I guess you can do it with a full party if you have pheromones. You can use pheromones, put it on the party member of the highest defense, Summon Snake Soul, and I guess that could work out too. Anyway, so White Angel Soul. There you go. I'm going to heal up again. I'm going to use Blue Vial, because Blue Vials, are very low healing items. I'm going to use Out of Battle instead. Probably best use of that. I'm going to be a Scrooge, and and you do the thing every time of the one vial, because I don't like using any resources at all. I mean, especially in this game. Right? Especially in this game where you want to save as many resources as you can. But I'm especially, stingy. Because, like in every game, really. Any RPG, I always, never want to use any of my resources. I always use, 99, small potions. Instead of using a full HP, elixir that, heals you for full, I always want to save that, and then, save it forever and never use it. And instead, I always use the really, cheap potions that you get from the store or whatever, Anyway. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is probably fight Valtia, because I have the Wet Angel Soul now and everything. The only problem is that we don't really have a good magic defense. You see, that's the only problem, which I don't like. I don't like the fact that I have a good magic defense. So, obviously, we're gonna use a different strat than Enki, because Enki normally has at least a high priest rope that, has a little bit of magic defense, so that's why I always use Enki to taunt, right? Make him, the target of most of Valtia's spells, but obviously we don't actually want that to happen to Ragnvaldr, because Ragnvaldr doesn't have any magic defense. It's actually bad if it happens to him. Let me kill these guys, just for fun. Whee! Come on. Die. Dead. Get wrecked. Oh yeah? Bam. Dead. Okay. I don't get rid of those babies. Those babies are actually pretty dangerous, so if you get into a fight with them, they start doing, really strong attacks. So so I want to avoid that. But let's see. So we're gonna fight Valtia next. Let's see. We're gonna do, what was this? Is the hands overhead, yoga, Daoism yoga pose or whatever, JoJo pose, unbreakable diamond or something, and also Hadouken. There you go. That's how I remember it. Okay, and yeah, we're just gonna fight this guy next. I think I think it's best order actually when I think about it, because you get the Enlightened Soul, and you can use the Enlightened Soul to get greater blood magic, which basically makes your blood golem slightly more efficient. It's really not the end of the world, like, if you don't have it, but I guess it's better, a little bit better. So you might as well take advantage of it as much as you can. Also, I'm gonna, like, again, max out my mine, because 5 missing mine can, I don't know, it can be the tiebreaker. So it'll be like 100%, especially Valtia. Alright, okay, so double check my equipment again. So I have the sword, the shield, and none of this doesn't matter really, because he does magic attack. So I mean, I do have the priest's robe, I guess. Well, I mean, I guess to increase my chances, I could put that on. I guess is a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on. I don't know if Ragnvaldr would just suddenly put on a priest robe. Now breaks my merchant, but it is good magic defense. Well, better than nothing anyway. So just in case he just starts murdering us right away, at least we have a little bit of defense. And yeah, I mean, we just do this. I think the first turn. Well, let's see. I'm always cautious in the first turn, but at the same time, we need to like be quick. So it's weird, but like, okay, first turn we guard, because the reason is because he might use a spell right away, but he didn't. Next turn I will use Blood Golem, like so. I go soak up some of the damage if possible. I will guard again in case he uses a spell. Okay, the headbutt, so whatever. Next thing we do, because they extra turn. By the way, so at the White Angel Soul, it can give us more turns per round, which is good. I'll use the throwing dart on the third eye. Some extra damage there. We really gotta get rid of that third eye as quickly as possible. I guess, yeah, we just guard at this point. Blood Golem, please attack third eye. Nope, didn't do it. Means like whatever. Okay, next thing we do is attack the third eye. Hope for a crit. That's not good enough. We can. I really don't. I don't remember the third eye activates his ability on this turn or the next turn. That's what I'm not really sure of. So I'm risking it if I attack now. But we might have to. Gosh, if it died earlier, that I wouldn't have to make this decision. But we are gonna attack it. We're gonna hope for the best. I have to get rid of it, because if it does this special ability, it can like instant kill. At least in 5 turns. It takes some time before it kills you, but I don't want to risk it, no? Because it adds a time limit. But anyway, that's okay, that's good. Okay, now it didn't do any like special spells. So, it's funny, like, yeah, it is funny how like Valtia can be super easy or super hard depending on your RNG. You can like spam like Black Orb like 5 million turns in a row, or he just does nothing, so like it's kind of weird. Also, Blood Golem, you're attacking the wrong brain. You should attack the other one. Okay, well, let's see. So I guess, yeah, now we just attack the right brain. Hope for some crits. At this point, we guard every turn. The White Angel Soul really is there just so we can guard every turn, so they won't lose limbs. Because the right brain can also use Hurting. Hurting is a spell that can pop off your limbs, so that's why I'm guarding every turn, just in case, and also to tank the Black Orb if it uses it. Which, thankfully, it's not, actually. It's not even using it. Not even using it. I'm gonna guard just to be sad. I don't remember how much HP it has. I think it has like 3,500-ish. I remember how much it has. Exactly. But we pretty much won at this point. I mean, I'm just gonna heal just for fun, I guess. I don't know. If I really don't pay attention, I guess I might lose all my HP from headbutting, but yeah, pretty much run. The left brain, all it does is just do headbutts, which is like a very low damaging attack. Very low damage. So we just keep attacking left brain. Once the brain is gone, once we lobotomize them, he's just a sitting duck, so... You know, I was thinking of another strategy as well, like I would maybe use a talk command. Because if you use a talk command, he quizzes you. And you have an opportunity, if you answer correctly, do around like 500-ish damage, 400, 480, 500-ish damage to all his parts, but I don't know if it's worth it, because it kind of spreads damage out, so I don't know if it's like a better DPS to do that, it might be better to just roll for the crit, the Eastern Sword, It's probably better just to go with the attack instead. There you go. Valtia is dead. One of the harder boss fights in the game, and it is taken care of pretty easily, to be honest. A lot easier than I thought, actually. I did not realize how easy that was. I didn't expect it to be that easy, actually. Again, got really lucky because he didn't bother to actually use any actual spells, is the funny thing. Heal up like that, and we're going to use opium. We do opium. I think is a full mind heal, so might as well do that. There you go. All right, let's move on. That's great. Do I have a lesser soul? Actually, I think I got a lesser soul, right? I use randomly one of the souls, so I think, yeah, we can go back. We could get greater blood magic because we now have the enlightened soul, which gives us access to the enlightened skill tree, just like Enki. So I would like to do that. It's not strictly required, but it does help a little bit against the skin granny fight because it does conserve our HP. So basically, what it does is like allows us to use the greater blood golem ability. It does the same thing except. You sacrifice less HP. So I don't know if I mentioned it, by the way. I don't know if I explained all the game's mechanics, but like the Blood Golem spell, by the way, obviously allows you to summon a Blood Golem and everything, but it does cost you a little bit of HP. So that's the only like cost to it. But generally, it's worth it. But yeah, there you go. Let's see. So go over here. Use the Hexen. I will use it to get... not counter magic, greater blood magic. Which I don't know, again, the game is very cryptic. It doesn't explain that what magic is upgraded, It's only, I think, as far as I know anyway, I'm not sure, but I think it only upgrades the blood golem, it upgrades the hurting spell, and necromancy, I guess. Yeah, necromancy, like it doesn't require you to like flip a coin anymore to use necromancy, basically. That's basically it, only 3 spells as far as I remember. Doesn't upgrade any other spells, as far as I know. And I say upgrade, I mean, the necromancy is an upgrade, but technically, and I gotta be careful as well, but for Blood Golem and Hurting, actually, it's not so much upgraded as it is they give you another spell, I guess, if you have greater blood magic. So you can still pick the worst version for some reason, you can, but it's not recommended, obviously, to do that. Yeah, let's go over here. So before I do this, gotta remember, I can put on the Iron Mask, because that prevents the face rip from the Skin Granny. I also put Summon Snake Soul to prevent the critical state. I'm gonna do it now, so in case I forget later. I'm gonna double check probably, but yeah, it's very important, right? To like prepare yourself and do the right thing early on. Otherwise, one mistake can cost the whole run. Very punishing, this hard mode. Alright, let's see. So, I kill Skin Granny. After Skin Granny, hopefully. I mean, basically, Skin Granny is the hardest fight in this, at least, well, I won't say hardest. Well, it depends, actually. But, let me double check my skills. I do have Warcry, right? Warcry. But, I mean, basically, Skin Granny is the last hard boss fight, basically. Everyone else, the rest of the unique bosses we fight, shouldn't be too hard. I mean, obviously, Francois is guaranteed if you just talk to him to death. And the rest of the low monsters that you can kill should be pretty easy. I'm very prepared at this point, so as long as we take down Skin Granny, it should be a victory lap, basically. There's like maybe one guy that could be pretty tough if you mess up somehow, and that would be the Old Guardian, but I guess we'll see. It shouldn't be too bad, really. Hopefully, say, as I die to him or something. As I die to Skin Granny, even, I don't know. Okay. Was gonna do this whole sequence yet again. Oh boy. Hopefully I don't die here again. I'm getting, again, like, flashbacks. Back to when I died in the Enki route, you know? When I got to this point in Enki and I freaking died the first time, and then the second time, by the way, which I didn't... When I edited for the video, I didn't put it, you know? Probably won't put it in the video, but second time I also died the same way. So it's like, oh well. But I do know now. I know why... Again, the glitch is not been documented, and I could be wrong. But the problem with Skin Granny is that if you use any kind of taunt ability on the first round when she's still in harmless granny mode, I guess, it glitches her turn order. It causes her to like attack more frequently, and like she basically does it like she attacks more than like faster than you do for some reason. And I could be wrong. I wonder, like, maybe there's some hidden agility stat, like make like some randomization to the turn order in the game itself. But usually, you always go first, right? I don't know. I've never had a case where the enemy goes first and whatever, and it messes me up. Maybe some, I don't know. So maybe some exceptions. I have no idea. You know, since we're here, actually, but we're not gonna get the empty scroll because I'm not a cheater. I'm not a dirty cheater. No, actually, is it you? Yeah, it's you. You will give the opium, and this one will give empty scroll, but I'm not gonna get it because I'm good at the game. I don't need it, obviously. Again, nobody will care. Nobody will give a crap. But like, to me, like, again, because when I saw some ending playthroughs for Ragnvaldr, one guy used necromancy. Another guy used empty scrolls, and it's like, what is this blasphemy? What if I just simply beat the game without any of that, you know? Of course, I'm using blood golem, so I don't know. Again, there could be a whole rabbit hole of like, you know, how many restrictions do you want? Like, you could like play one hand, you know, you could like play with your feet. I don't know. At a certain point, it gets ridiculous, but I don't know. My only thing is that I am using blood golem, so I don't know how OP that is considered, but I think it's fair actually, because doing it without blood golem, they will require you a little bit of extra luck in that case, because you need a really strong like loot from the beginning, because otherwise you can't kill the crawl mauler if you have fur armor, I believe. If you can't really solo the fur, you can't solo crawl mauler without using blood golem, I feel like, or at least some kind of thing to divert the damage, unless you get like strong armor, and that's based on luck, right? So I don't like that. I don't like the ideas that everything's based on luck. Anyway, at least, you know, I mean, obviously the game is still a bit of RNG and everything, but you know, luck in terms of like loot anyway. But yeah, I have the sword, the shield, I have an iron mask to protect from the face rip, I have the strongest armor, I haven't summoned snake, so just double check everything. I can, let's see, I can like, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, damn it. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to get the wine vial. I'm used to just spamming it, but I didn't realize I got moldy bread, I guess. There you go. And I guess, I'll eat a salami for fun. Delicious salami. Oh yeah, there's one more cutscene, see? Of Ragnvaldr himself being like, this can't be. Unforgivable. Yurusanai. I think, right? Is it that? I don't know. I might be pronouncing it wrong. I think it's Yurusanai in Japanese. Yurusanai, I think. I don't know. It's like a very anime thing where it's like, I can't forgive them. I will get my revenge. I'll kill them all. You know, whatever. Okay, so one last check. I got everything, right? Sword, shield, mask. I have war cry because it's default on Ragnvaldr, I believe. And that is part of the strategy. I have greater blood golem. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see if this works. Because this is my strategy. It's very similar to Enki, but this time, hopefully this works. But like, I'm gonna use greater blood golem first turn because she doesn't do anything first turn, so that's good. Doesn't use a lot of my HP either. Second turn, I'm going to use War Cry. The reason why I use War Cry is because she can apply Critical State. If she applies Critical State to the Blood Golem and attacks twice, then my Blood Golem dies, and that's bad, right? So we don't get to make use out of the Blood Golem if it dies too early. So that's why you actually want the damage to be diverted to Ragnvaldr instead. That's why I use Warcry. I'm use Warcry on the second turn because for some reason, I think using taunts on the first turn will glitch out the turn order. Okay, so... Oh, ow, okay. So, and hopefully this works. I'm going to use Loving Whispers on myself. See, there you go. See? This is what I did in the Enki. The first attempt on the Enki hard mode, I tried to heal myself, and then she attacked me before I even healed. So that's kind of bullshit, right? This kind of sucks, actually. She does way too much damage. Oh yeah, she does this, which is not really a big deal because I think I have the Iron Mask on. So even if she grabs you by the face, it does like 6 damage. Yeah, it's no big deal. I'm gonna use Loving Whispers again. I'm gonna hope for the best. Come on, Blood Golem, come on. Get rid of at least one of her arms. You know, get rid of DPS. It's too much DPS at the moment. Oh, come on, not the body. Okay, this kind of sucks, to be honest. It's bad RNG, to be honest. I could guard as well. Would guarding help? I'm not sure. I mean, for now, let's see. I do have some healing. Elixir of Body. I have a light blue vial and everything. So it's not the end of the world. I still have some turns to stall. But for now, let's use, yeah, Living Whispers again. It might be not, maybe I should have like guard instead. Okay, at least one hit, you know? Because that's what I want. I want the golem to kill at least one of the arms. So that, I don't like that. Should I heal again? I think I'm gonna heal again because I don't want to risk it, so I'm gonna heal again. I mean, this is it. This is the hardest fight, so I'm gonna use all my resources, really. Okay, the leg is gone, so at least there's that. It doesn't always attack anyway, but it's something. Let's see, 50 health. Okay, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it to attack. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. I don't want to risk it still, but I'm gonna attack the middle arm. That should get rid of it. So she has less DPS. Get rid of that, hopefully. No, that's not enough. That's fine. She only attacks 2 times anyways. And then she can do her special move, but it shouldn't do much damage anyway. It shouldn't kill me. I say as it kills me. No? Okay. Alright. So let's see. One more thing. Let's use... Be careful. This is very crucial. One wrong misclick and I die. But Elixir of Body should heal me, right? I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll be mad. But Elixir of Body should heal me, right? I think it does. Yeah, there you go. It's a full heal. Okay, got rid of that arm. That's good. Now, it's pretty simple. I think she just tackles at this point, I think. Or, you know, I don't know if she tackles the right arm as well. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go for the kill, actually. Because she either tackles, because you get rid of all the arms she tackles, otherwise I'll use Critical Slash. But at this point, her DPS is pretty low, so I'm just gonna go for the torso. Just hits you like for like 12-ish damage, like whatever. I'm gonna keep attacking the torso until I win. Okay, yeah, now she tackles probably. I miss! Come on. Come on, Blood Golem, go! There you go. Stop platinum! That's how I see it anyway. That's how I imagine the Blood Golem to be. It's Ragnvaldr's JoJo stand. That's how I justify it. Anyway, there you go. So that was pretty simple. A bit of luck involved, a bit of like, you know, in terms of like RNG, because obviously the Blood Golem can be very unlucky and keep targeting the wrong things. But generally speaking, it should get at least one of the limbs, and once you get rid of one of the limbs, the DPS goes down on the Skin Granny, and that's when you can like start hitting back after you heal. You know, I actually used up all my healing items just to do that, so it was cutting it quite close. If you want to do that more reliably, I guess you would have to stock up on more healing items, probably buy more body or elixirs of body. I was counting on the extra elixir or elixir of body from Jean actually, but I didn't get that one for some reason. Or I say for some reason, I know the reason. The reason is because Buckman and Seymour didn't leave. If they left, you know, then she would give you an extra elixir. Anyway, I agree. Don't disagree. If you disagree, I soft lock my playthrough, you know. So don't disagree. Well, to be fair, you get one chance. You get like a at least guaranteed anyway. There is a guaranteed empty scroll after the Old Knight boss fight. So if I really need to, I can go there and use empty script. I'd rather not, if possible, you know? Vial. I need some opium, please, after that fight. Okay. I also, I don't know, need some blueberries. Healthy blueberries. Alright. So this is it. Okay, so we got the thing. Next thing we do would be to go here. Hopefully there's no harvestman, by the way. Sometimes the harvestman spawns. I think we haven't went through this area too much. Activate the harvestman yet, as far as I know. Sometimes if you go through this area like many times, the harvestman spawns like here. I think it happened in my original recorded playthrough, actually. But obviously we do not want to fight the harvestman, if possible. Angel Soul, might as well put that on. Alright, there you go, okay. This way. You see the harvestman on the bottom right? It eventually spawns in that location. Anyway, alright, so now next thing to do is Francois. Shouldn't be too hard, obviously. The boss itself is not hard. The only dangerous part is the fire, actually. So, you gotta be careful of the fire. But let's see. So, I'm gonna fight you. Real quick. I mean, you are obviously not that hard. Okay. I'll use bird. Well, I don't know, just a fun, because I'm very blood golem. Ow. Hurry up and die. Boom. Dead. Okay. Let's see. Heal up again. Can I... Do I have any recipes, by the way? I don't think I do. I don't have any recipes. I guess I'll just... let's see. Blue herbs. I mean, I don't need to do that, but, you know, I can always heal. But I might as well use my healing items. I like, at least the, you know, the ones that heal for very little anyway. Woof woof. Up to you. Get the passage key. Leave. We do need to go to the right. I mean, the dogs are scary, but obviously they will not, you know, chase you if you just simply go all the way to the right. They eventually just despawn anyway. But they are kind of scary, especially when they're so loud. The audio mixing here is like just out of whack. The dog barking is like really loud, for me anyway. I mean, I have a limiter on the game when I record, so it shouldn't be too loud. Anyway, we do that. We kill the final heart. That's actually what we need to do. That allows us access to one of the souls that are actually needed to get the Ragnvaldr ending. It's kind of like out of the way, actually. I feel like most players would miss it. And the soul itself actually is not useful, to be honest. It's like, I think it's bugged, you know. But anyway, we'll get there when we get there. It's not really that big of a deal, really. We just gonna pick it up later. Alright, there you go. Okay. Okay, even though, I mean, at this point, it is a bit of a victory lap, but we still gotta be careful, right? If one wrong move, one wrong, like, little small lag or whatever, I pressed the wrong button accidentally. I don't know, I pressed Alt F4. I don't know, it's like, the things could still go wrong. That's what I'm afraid of. But yeah, be careful of this fire. Like, I don't know, like, you can rush through it, but like, I don't know, I'm just scared. So, I'm just scared of this fire. I'm scared of this fire. There's another one over here. And we got to walk back too, I think. Because we're not, we are not going to the void, we are killing this guy and then going back. Anyway, double check my stuff, even though I don't think it's not necessary. We're just gonna stun lock him anyway. So, it doesn't really matter. Okay. I mean, we can, like, play this... I mean, I'd rather not, but, like, we can do this the normal way and without, you know, stun locking him, but, I'd rather not risk it. Prepare to die like a worm. Okay, and then you're nothing but a puppet, and how little you really know. Alright, now he's stun locked. Like, what? What are you talking about? You know something that I don't? What the heck? And I'm gonna summon the Blood Golem, just for fun. It's our friend, the Blood Golem! Our JoJo stand. Stando. which I believe JoJo, to be honest, I don't really follow JoJo that much. I know some of the memes and everything, so I'm not the biggest fan really. But I think the whole stand thing only got introduced in, was it part 3 or something? There's like multiple parts to like JoJo actually. There's like multiple, I guess, in a way, like seasons, you know, and each season they star different characters. You know, the main character is different in every season. In the beginning of JoJo, I think part 1 in particular, they didn't have stands. It's only when they introduced it when JoJo got more popular, I think. Because, you know, the whole concept is, at the time anyway, more unique than the rest of the stuff. Rest of the shonen stuff anyway. So that's why JoJo, I guess, became popular. His arms. And then, I can't attack his legs. Huh. Interesting. Even though both his legs are destroyed. Yeah, I can attack his head now. I think I mentioned before how, like, I read on the wiki page, again, I'm repeating myself, but I read on the wiki page how, like, don't attack the head, it has near infinite HP! Or whatever, it doesn't actually, you know, so that's a lie. And we're gonna unlock him again. Yep. And you ask me about puppet, and holiday rear now. Okay, do that a million times. Attack the head. Boop. Attack the head. Boop. Yeah, there you go. Attack the head. Boop. There you go, he's dead. See? You can't kill him. He doesn't have infinite HP in his head. I think the wiki said near infinite HP. But that's nowhere near infinite. You know, that's like a few thousand HP. That's like typical, really. It's not near infinite at all. What are you talking about? I don't know. Maybe the wiki is just simply out of date. You know, some of this information in the wiki is simply out of date. Like maybe it used to be immortal, maybe now it's not, or something. Maybe it was a bug initially that the developer didn't intend to like keep his head infinite. I don't know. But that's proof that his head is not near infinite HP. I mean, it's pretty high, but you know, it's not near infinite at all, really. You can kill him by attacking the head. So there you go. Alright, so we got all the souls of the new gods. So that's great. That's not enough though. We still need to grab some more souls. I guess the next, you know, hard, not that hard, but still possible that we might accidentally, like, I don't know, step on the bear trap along the way or something. But the next thing we gotta do actually is do the puzzle, actually. So we need to do the whole puzzle thing involving getting the key to get to that part where it's very similar to Kahara's ending S, where we find that treasure, but we don't need to find the treasure. We just need to fight the boss fight that is near where that is. So we gotta do that. So we gotta do the puzzle here, I believe. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Not too bad in the past, but in the present, I'm just always so wary because it is where bear traps are. There's a whole bunch of bear traps in the present, and you have to be in the present to get the key. So that's what's dangerous about it. And it's like one like wrong step, accidental, you know, keyboard press, and that's when I'll die. Or whatever. I guess I won't die though. I guess I would just crawl the entire time. I'm assuming anyway. I don't know if it's instant kill. I'm assuming it's. I've never actually had it happen because I don't want it to happen. So I never really want to test it out. But like, I'm assuming you just crawl the entire time, right? I mean, I guess it's not an instant game over. I guess I would just have to crawl, you know, to the rest of the spots very slowly. Let's see. I do this, right? This, like this. Kind of doing this in the reverse order, from hardest to easiest. Let's see. Like, I gotta go like this, and like so. Okay, so let's see. What's the fastest way probably to go back to the present? Actually, is to over here. Also, I pause. I don't know. I feel like it might be a placebo effect, but I feel like pausing sometimes when the game is starting to get a little laggy helps it reset the memory a little bit. It goes back to being a little bit quicker, I feel like, maybe? I don't know. Go over here, this way, and then go down here. Be careful of that freaking bear trap, it's right there. And then get the key, which is right over here in the present. Give me that. Alright, so now we just need to go back to where the Endless Tower is, near that area, and go through that whole part. Basically, there's a zombie here. I mean... how much arrows? I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. We don't really kill it with an arrow, but it's kind of overkill to be honest, but I don't want to deal with it, you know? So it might take longer for me to check. I have 2 iron arrows left. Oh, I missed. Are you kidding me? I missed? Are you kidding me? What? Okay, well I'm not gonna die, it's just the infection, but we don't care about the infection, right? We have the summon snakes though, really? Get me out of here. I'm leaving. Let me leave. Okay. See ya. That was just a pointless fight, really. Let me just get rid of the infection, like so, boop, and then boop, infection gone. It's that easy. We do need to heal though, and I guess... yeah, do that, I guess. I'd rather have full health though. I mean, just in case, right? Whatever, I'll do that later. Okay, be careful. Pause, unpause. Doesn't lag anymore. Over here. This way. Alright. So we're out of that place with a million bear traps, so that's good. Rather not deal with that. And now we just need to go back over here. One here in the present though does spawn those guys, scarabs. But we can just avoid them, I guess. There's one more over here though. I don't have enough bear traps anymore, right? I already used my bear traps, I think. I used all of them, I think. As far as I know. I used all of them. You can use the bear traps on those scarabs. The only scary thing about the scarab is that they can, I believe, destroy your weapon. So I'd rather avoid that if possible. I'm not sure if, for example, the Purified Eastern Destroyer is resistant to being destroyed. I'm not sure. Anyway. Over here. Vial. This way. Down. So we just need to go through this area again. Yeah, that's why, by the way, so the bow and arrow, you know, I was just thinking back to when I used it against a zombie. Sometimes it does happen. I think it's supposed to work against a zombie, sometimes it just doesn't work. I don't know if it's like intended or not, but usually 100% kills. But sometimes when they're just, I guess, moving at a weird angle, or like just they're in the middle of an animation, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work. It's the downside, I guess. That's why you want to make sure they're not moving, usually, when you aim the bow and arrow. These, I mean, you know, most of this doesn't really matter at this point, but I guess, you know, for an extra torch or so, be nice. Ooh, there's this guy. So I don't kill him actually. I only have 1 iron arrow left, right? I kind of wasted it on the zombie, didn't do anything. But I don't get rid of this guy because he can be dangerous, you know, he can, like, if you go in a fight with him, he does his, like, paralyzed move. Because he has a bunch of, like, blowguns, right? He has blowguns that can poison you and also paralyze you. If you get hit by the paralyze, you are dead, basically. Especially if you're solo, right? You're stuck in solo, you can't really do anything about it. You're basically dead if you get hit by him, so I'd rather not do that. That real quick. You know what, just... I hoarded so many items at the end, I might as well use them. Alright, so you are left. No. It's just this guy left. He shouldn't be too tough, really. He's just some guy. He doesn't cut off your limbs or anything. He just punches you in the face, that's all. But I'm gonna summon my Greater Blood Golem. And we're gonna go ham. Ah, owie. But he does do some damage, though. He does a little bit of damage. I think he does an axe kick as well. His kicking is like really strong, so I'm gonna get rid of his leg. Possible. Sometimes he does do like a very strong axe kick. Owie. Yeah. Think so. Let's heal up actually. Whispers. Again, shouldn't be too tough. He technically does do a lot of damage, it's just it doesn't really matter, you know. If we just are not dumb about it, hopefully. So no more axe kicks. Get rid of his other arm. Possible. Ow. Ow. Okay, that's bad. Well, obviously we're gonna heal. As long as we have healing, again, it's fine. I mean, especially I think, I noticed, you know, he can stun you, but I have the helmet on, so it cannot stun me. It'd be really bad if I got stun locked, you know? It's like a monk, you know, like a D&D monk in a way. And that's kind of like what, you know, what D&D monks are known for, at least I feel like in the latest versions anyway. They can do like some kind of like stun move over and over again. Very similar. Anyway, there you go, he's dead. Not a big deal. But he is a required soul that we need to get in order to get the Ragnvaldr thing. Okay. Let me grab his soul real quick. And let me search his thing for a scarf. The scarf doesn't really do anything, it's just a lore thing. Doesn't even give you defense, but it's technically an equipment item. You can show it to him in the past, actually, because if you see him, you can actually see him in the past and you can talk to him. I mean, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to, like, I don't know. Like, I want to, like, spend as little time as I can, you know, because I don't know if the game's going to crash any second now. Like, there's no saving, so I'm always scared the game will just randomly crash out of nowhere. So that's why I'm kind of rushing it a little bit. But technically, you can show the scarf to him in the past, and he just mentioned something like how, you know, I hope the battle was legendary or something, you know. I think he either says that or he's looking forward to it or something like that. Like, you know, he's just like looking forward to the fight. What a nice guy. So let's see. So what else? What else? So next thing we gotta do, I guess it's just to head back. Go back home, basically. And we gotta grab some more stuff. Let's see, how many soul stones I think I have enough. I have 5. That should be more than enough, I think. That'd be a good amount. I'm just trying to think, should I mean, I want to take as less risk as possible. I could go this way, but there's a bunch of scarabs. If I go back to the past, it might activate the Harvest Man, which I also want to avoid, to be honest. So I guess, I don't know, what's the safest way? I guess it was to go to the Grand Library instead, actually. I mean, there's these guys, but they're like pretty slow. These like artificial doll things. Like kind of slow. I'm looking the other way, hopefully. Okay. Actually, it's hard to tell. I don't know. To be honest, I haven't really memorized exactly what their poses are. You know, like the poses seem to indicate like the direction they're looking at, but I have no idea what they mean. I don't know. But another soul stone just in case. Oh. Sometimes, yeah, they see you. I don't know which way they're facing. Really. This thing's dead. Here's a soul stone, actually. I like, you know, I mean, it's not really necessary, but I would like 2 more souls, like, or at least 1 more soul, rather. 2 in total. Because there is a skill I can get, just to make things a little bit easier at the end, because there's like 1 more secret requirement that you gotta do as well. But anyway, we'll get there when we get there. Let's see. Okay, we need to go back to the present, actually. Actually, while we're here, I mean, okay, fine. How you know how I mentioned the old guardian or whatever? I guess since we're here, we can do that way. So, hello, old guardian, what's up? An intimidating figure is standing tall here. Human. I'm what they call the guardian. I was created to defend the city of my life. I'm to look after the city until the king returns to this land. Here's your red scarf in the future. That scarf. I had a feeling something happened. I acknowledge your strength. Our duel must have been incredible. You deserve my admiration. And yeah, that's kind of it. I don't know, it's just kind of like a little small thing. Doesn't do anything really, it's just like, I guess it's just nice. nice little small Easter egg, I guess. A little thing that acknowledges that you killed him, in the future. Let's see. Here or here. I'm trying to think. So we'll go to the entrance. There's a few things we can grab that we should grab. We should, let's see. There actually. Since we're here actually. So the thing I want actually, just to be safe, it's not necessary really, but you can get, now that I have the endless soul and all the new gods really, but I like to get from here, I like to get first lockpicking, which is not super useful, but I will get on guard, just to have it, just in case. So obviously that will give us an ambush round, so there's at least one enemy I want to use it on, technically two, but anyway, let's go over here. So we like to go back to the Bunny Hug Club. This is where we need to go, or near that anyway. Not exactly there, but close to where that is. We need to go there. If you remember, there was that strange creature that was trying to become a butterfly. Well, as it turns out, they're gone, and you find a butterfly soul from the ground. It might be just your imagination, but you think you saw a giant butterfly soar the sky in the corner of your eye. So there you go. The butterfly creature did become a butterfly, it seems like, anyway. Apparently it says here it makes it easier to evade incoming attacks, but I don't think it actually works as far as I know. At least that's what I've been told. I never really tested it thoroughly, but I've heard that it's bugged, so it's not even useful, but you need that for the Ragnvaldr ending. But yeah, let's see. So next thing I gotta do, I guess, I'm trying to remember. So another soul we need is the Cave Mother, actually. We gotta go kill the Cave Mother real quick. So let's do that. We have to go, I think, this way. Did I eat your soul? No, it matters. I'm gonna eat you. No. Delicious. Let's see. Here. Now, hopefully this doesn't glitch. Yeah, I don't know. I've had it glitch before, to be honest. But I think for the Cave Mother, you just go here. You're flapping or whatever, there is a soulstone, so it's already guaranteed that you have a soulstone ready for the Cave Mother. And you just go down this way, and then she attacks you, right? There you go. I do believe if you use a red vial on her torso, I think it's a good idea because it blinds her, and therefore she doesn't use her one move that would cut off your limbs on you. So I think that's the best idea. And just kill her. She's a really easy opponent, actually. It's intended that you kill her early, actually. But I never do, to be honest, because it is kind of dangerous to kill her. Ironically, she drops an item that helps you against the Salmon Snake boss fight, but I never want to fight her before I get limb loss protection, so I never do. Oh, hello, Azaru. Do I have my first playthrough? Yeah, well, not my very first playthrough technically, but I do have a recorded playthrough. You want to check out the channel actually, if you want to see like just a normal playthrough, where I just talk about stuff and about the game and everything. Where I take it slow, and not just rush through it on hard mode, on the hardest difficulty, and with the hardest challenge, trying to get the hardest ending, At this point though, I'm kind of chilling, to be honest. I've already beat most of the bosses, so it's actually not that bad. But let's see, yeah, sure, why not? There's another red vial. Actually, did I even use the red vial? Weird. Oh, she didn't. Did that work? Actually, I don't know. Actually, that didn't work the second time. Oh, I didn't realize it doesn't work the second time. It seems like her head and torso are separate now. It used to be the same. Oh, interesting. Good thing it missed, because if it hit there, then I would have died. It should be another hit, right? Okay, you're dead. They have low health. Okay, that would be funny. Well, I wouldn't die, but I would lose an arm, because technically I don't have the Salmon Snake soul on. I have the White Angel soul on, so I would have lost an arm. It wouldn't be the end of the world, though, I guess. Anyway, as I mentioned before, we get a Nomag. Nomag is very strong against Salmon Snake because it can stun it if you give it to it. But I never fight her. I never fight her before the Salmon Snake boss because I'm afraid of losing a limb. But there you go. I guess that's it. So that's the Cave Mother's soul. What else? I'm trying to think. So we also get the we killed the Crow Mauler. We need to get his soul as well. But I believe we have what? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 4 from the new gods is 10. So I think that's accounted for. We have 2 more souls we need to grab. And that's pretty much it. I think it's 12 unique souls in the game that you can acquire, right? And that's all you need to get the Ragnvaldr S ending. There is one more thing you gotta do before that, actually. Or maybe not before, rather after that, actually. But, you know, we'll get there when we get there. Let's see. So, where is it? I think the fastest way would be over here, I think. Just go here. Drop down. So, make another torch. I did, oh, no, I got a lot of sticks and cloths, actually. I was wondering how many torches I have left. The biggest thing about torches is that eventually you lose, you use up all your torches, you know, on like the harder modes, and you're just without torches. That's really bad because you can't see anything. But let's see. Oh, careful that elite guard. Here you go. Okay, so we need to kill, you know, bootleg execution of Smo. You know, well, that's not fair, actually. It actually is a cool design. It's actually more different than execution of Smo. But anyway, like the only thing it has in common with execution of Smo is like the big, you know, bulky armor and everything. Anyway, so Iron Shakespeare. So I want to save him for last, but yeah, he actually is the easiest. I just want to risk it in the beginning, right? So I just want to save it for the end. But basically, you just hit him in the torso. As I learned, the torso actually has low HP. So you just hit him once. Or twice. Or 3 times. Either way. But that's how I have On Guard. On Guard lets me to, like, you know, attack him first. So I get, like, at least 4 extra turns before he attacks. That works for me. Get the Shakespeare Soul. I believe Shakespeare Soul just gives extra defense. So not that useful. So it's not really all that useful to like kill him early. So I just save him for last. Anyway, finally, let's grab the final soul we need, I think. The Crowmauler, he's just hanging out here. Who bought him, like who brought him here? I don't know, but he just ended up over here. So grab his final soul. There you go. And yeah, you get a little pop-up that says, "You have now slain every beast and creature that had a corrupted soul. The man you came to these dungeons for seems to be dead, and you also found the stolen artifact, Cube of the Depths. You've achieved everything you set out to do. It might be better to leave now while you're still capable." So there you go. We vanquished the evils in these dungeons, and that was definitely a whole journey. However, you still can't leave yet, you know, I think. At least that's what I've been told. You actually need to go meet Lagard first. So we gotta do that too. So yeah, we just go over here. Let's see. I talk faster than you remember? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking fast a little bit. I don't know. I guess I'm speeding a little bit because you need to be quick on hard mode, you know? I don't want to waste too much time. You are on the time limit in a way. It could also be, I don't know, I've heard that, I don't know if it applies to YouTube, but on Twitch, you know, sometimes when you're behind on the stream, the video player actually speeds up your voice a little bit, so maybe that's a thing that happens on YouTube as well. I'm not sure. I've heard that happens before, at least on Twitch. Twitch has like a thing with low latency, and if you're behind, the player tries to speed up the stream so that you catch up, you know, but then it sounds weird, right? The best thing to do would be to refresh, I think. Pause, unpause, whatever, refresh. I'm not sure. The Crow model was just laying there. Oh yeah, oh well, if you notice, I've been streaming for like 3 hours. I don't know if you noticed, but I've killed him way early on. Because you have to. If you even realize, by the way, I didn't mention this, but I'll mention it again. The hardest part about Ragnvaldr, at least one of the hardest parts, is that you have to kill Crowmauler pretty early. If you don't kill Crowmauler early, then he despawns later on. So he doesn't spawn anymore if you go to the city of Mahabra. So that's why it's very important that you kill him early. And that's kind of hard, right? So but that's what I did. And you'll see the strategy if you watch the VOD. Anyway, so last thing we need to do, we actually need to be here. I mean, I don't know, just to be safe. Let me just let's see. I'm only missing like a few points. It doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna heal up. This is it. This is the quote unquote the final boss in a way, even though it's not supposed to be that hard. But like the elite guard, basically, we need to get rid of this guy. I mean, I can walk past him, but I'm gonna try to kill him. Let's see it. And on guard. All right. So there you go. So on guard. I mean, the thing is with the elite guards that there's no easy way to get rid of him. Otherwise, you have to fight him. Bear traps don't work. Bow and arrow doesn't work. So you have to like just fight him. So that's why I prepared so much. I got on guard, white angel soul, everything, just so we can kill this one guy. But like, I don't like it because like he's tough. Okay, get rid of his sword arm, and then next is get rid of his mace arm. There you go, got a crit. If you don't get rid of his mace arm, then he does his special move. But at this point, I think he just tackles you. I believe. Does he tackle you? Let me see. I think he tackles you, right? Or does he do nothing? Oh yeah, he tackles you. And you know what? That insult to injury, I'm not even gonna kill him. Actually, I'm gonna cut off his legs. I'm gonna cut off his legs. And I'm gonna leave. You know? Screw you. Goodbye. I hate you. You don't even deserve to die. You're beneath me. You're beneath me. You're gonna be like there without legs forever. Anyway. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, you're not complaining, but I just want to explain, what it was, I want to explain, like, why the Crow Mauler was already dead there, if you're just coming in, right? So, because I gotta, it's weird, right? Because sometimes I'm talking as if you already watched everything, assuming that, but, so I don't repeat myself too much, but at the same time, sometimes people come in and they're like, what's going on, right? So I have to explain. Anyway, so yeah, here's Lagarde. I mean, in hard mode, obviously, again, he's already dead. His throat is cut open, he's been dead for a while. This is the man you came here for. He's dead, so you cannot exactly extract your revenge. Still, it does satisfy you knowing that he had a miserable end in these dungeons. So you have to actually go here to get the rest of the requirements for the ending, even though technically it says that you can leave. You actually need to activate this first. I always save it for last, because I don't know, I feel like most players would save it for last. There's no reason to go here early because there's that elite guard, right? The elite guard is the most scariest part. You don't want to deal with that. So you just you do this last after you get strong enough. But your task in the dungeon is done. There's little to no reason in staying here any longer, right? That's normally the message you would get if you just simply leave, in the normal game as well. All right, okay, hopefully, I do not get in any of these fights. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Entrance. There's like a guard here. Goodbye. Sayonara. I'm leaving. Alright. There you go. That's it. I think I got it. So I got all the souls. I met Lagarde. That's it. That's the ending. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't glitch out. Boom. There you go. S ending. Ooh. It took me, like 3 attempts, I think, this time? Technically, the first 2 attempts, I can't remember. I think it was 2 attempts, right? The first 2 attempts, I kind of died early, I think. Right? That's what happened, yeah. I mean, the first attempt is because I accidentally ate the priest, so I ate the soulstone, technically, so that's why I reset. The second attempt is I got killed. But the third attempt, that's it. There you go. I did everything I needed. You got everything you came for. The captain of the cursed mercenary army was dead. You got the unholy artifact back. You also made sure that the evil that lurked in the darkness was vanquished. You slaughtered every single creature that held true power in these dungeons. However, you know the darkness doesn't end to the dungeons. You witnessed the same evil in the faraway continent of Vinland, and the same corrupting force lurks in every dark corner of the world. It is restless and relentless. For you to stop it from spreading, you also need to be restless and relentless. From the moment you escape the dungeons of fear and hunger, you dedicate your life to hunting down those that are conceived by the darkness. You would hunt down all the macabre beasts that hid from the eyes of the oblivious Western world. The beasts will come to know your name. The God of Ultraviolence, which is kind of a silly name to be honest, but that's kind of his thing, I guess. He literally kills everyone. At least most of the bad guys anyway, that would pose a threat. And that's the idea, kind of like Doom, the Doom guy. He just freaking kills all the demons and freaking just murders. It's kind of like a accomplishment in a way, because normally you would think to run away from the evils of these dungeons. No, he actually just murders everyone instead. It's like, nope, I'm simply going to kill you all. There you go. Kind of a badass ending, to be honest, and definitely quite hard. Right? I mean, definitely, again, it's because of the Crow Mauler thing. The Crow Mauler definitely is the hardest part, I feel like. Again, one of the hardest parts. The other parts can be hard too if you're unlucky. Like Valtiel and the Skin Granny, I feel like, as well. And obviously, the usual trappings of the game where you accidentally get infected, the green herbs or whatever, and other things like that. That can definitely end your run too. But yeah, hard mode, no saving, solo, no necromancy, no empty scroll, No coin flip loot or any kind of rare loot either. All guaranteed. It still requires a little bit of RNG though, especially getting that first red vial, but otherwise a very consistent strategy that requires no like insane luck or anything, you know? And again, I don't know if anyone cares, but like I feel like I did a pretty hard challenge that I imposed on myself, you know? Again, the only advantage would be the blood golem, I guess. If you don't do the blood golem, I don't know, like probably someone can do it, but definitely I had to rely on the blood golem, however, because that's the only strategy I can apply, you know, if I'm not using necromancy. But I think it's pretty awesome. You know, RP wise, I like to think that it's his, you know, it's just like again, like a JoJo stand, you know. It makes sense too, right? He's like a tormented soul kind of thing. He would like, you know, sacrifice his own blood, you know. I mean, I think canonically, I think it makes sense actually that Ragnvaldr would participate in like Rogoroth rituals, right? Like blood sacrifice, cannibalism, you know. It's like canonical, he eats people. So like, at least, you know, maybe not canonical, but it's most often he does like it does make sense that he would like engage in cannibalism and whatnot, right? So it's kind of like it fits his character and everything, right? Like his whole thing about like losing his entire family and his like entire hometown, seeking revenge and being like, you know, like everything is against you and like you would like have to like suffer in order to like succeed is the idea. So it makes sense, you know, like it makes sense for him to use that skill. Necromancy, again, for meta reasons, I didn't want to use it because I'm a hipster and I didn't want to use it because everyone else is using it to beat hard mode. I feel like whenever I see a playthrough of Ragnvaldr S ending, I always see somebody use necromancy and I'm like, okay, you're using it too, you know? So I wanted to do it without necromancy just to prove a point, I guess. And also, again, for RP reasons. Okay, it doesn't make sense for him to be using necromancy. Enki would use necromancy. I don't think Ragnvaldr would, you know? That's what I think, anyway. The early Crowmauler also has some RNG. Yeah, in a way. But if you watch the VOD, it's not guaranteed, but it minimizes the odds, you know? Because again, to explain the strategy, you would use the red vial on his face to prevent the peck. You get the Iron Mask from Isaiah. You use the blood golem and pheromones so that it tanks the attacks. Finally, you poison his torso, and that should be the win. Obviously, there's still a little bit of RNG. For example, the throwing dart can miss, pheromones can miss, you know, a very low chance, but it can happen. Red vial, I don't think can ever miss. Red vial, I think I look at the game files, it never misses. So red vial is guaranteed as long as you have it anyway, which in itself is not guaranteed. But it is pretty common though. It's generally likely that you'll have at least one red vial, but again, there's no guaranteed spot for that. So that's the only like random chance involved. Throwing darts though, you can get, I believe. If you kill the body snatcher, as I mentioned before, in the Tomb of the Gods, if you kill that guy with a bow and arrow, then you can grab a throwing dart at the very least. But yeah, that's my strategy anyway. Get the red vial, get the throwing dart, blood golem, pheromones, you know. I guess you can skip if you have like, again, if you're doing like a normal run without any of these like dumb restrictions like me, you can get lucky and get like plate mail. I think I saw someone use plate mail before. Then you can probably tank the attacks. It'll be kind of tight, but you need the plate mail though. If you use it with fur armor, it's not strong enough. And I don't know how to get like any stronger armor before fighting Crowmauler, because obviously there's some strong armor that I got from the city of Mahabra, but you have to go there in order to get it, and you can't get that because it'll despawn Crowmauler, right? But anyway, but there are ways around it, you know, if you're not really doing that kind of challenge. Because for me also, like part of the challenge was also killing all the bosses, like fair and square. But if you're really stuck, you can at least use an empty scroll, I think, and just get the soul, you know? It'd be kind of cheating, I feel. I mean, I feel like it's a little bit cheating because it doesn't make sense, because you technically you just dupe the soul, you know? You don't even kill the guy, you just get a copy of his soul and then you leave. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that's why I didn't use the empty scroll. I should have put no necromancy. I don't know. I mean, this is just a live stream. I'm probably gonna put a full video later, because you know, there's a little bit of cutting, I guess. I mean, these videos, I'll probably just put it as one video, but I'll cut a little bit because there was some failed attempts where I reset and came back, so I might do a bit of that. I don't know. I don't know how I would fit that though. Like, how would I fit like no necromancy, no? I don't know. Would fit the title, you know? Because what I was planning on is more like, I was going to put more like a funny title, to be honest, because I feel like, you know, my channel is not really about challenge runs, really. This is just something I wanted to do because I'm a little obsessed with it. Anyway, I'm rambling for so long, actually. I forgot that, you know, I'm probably gonna put this in the video, but like basically, yeah, okay, that's it, by the way. Fear and Hunger. I beat the hardest thing. I did the hard thing. That's really hard, you know? Other than like really like weird like self-restrictions, you know, that I could add, I guess, if I really wanted to, but I kind of don't want to. But that's basically, I did the most, basically what the developer intended, the hardest challenge in the hardest mode. So I'm a real gamer, is all I'm saying. You know, nobody believes me, by the way, that I'm a real gamer. That I'm like good at games. Nobody believes me. Anyway, so there you go. That's it. I don't know if I'll do any more Fear and Hunger content though. Maybe I'm, you know, playing in my head. Maybe I could do some extra videos, especially because this took a while, you know, and I probably don't have enough time to play some other games, you know, because normally I do play other games. I don't just play this. I don't play like one game forever, unlike some other content creators. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just, you know, I tend to not just focus on one game. So eventually I'll probably play some more games, but I don't have any time to do that now because I actually spent it all doing this, you know, the hard mode playthroughs. So I might like maybe add some extra videos just to, you know, just fill in the gaps, I guess. Maybe there are some interesting points that have never been talked about, I feel like, in Fear and Hunger. Just small things, as I mentioned before, like the evasion mechanics and like how some weapons are bugged or something. Stuff like that could be somewhat interesting. I don't know if anyone will watch it, but I might make something like that. Just like short videos. Who knows? But maybe, maybe not. By the way, that's it for Fear and Hunger for now. Again, the sequel, I don't know if I'll do it like soon. I'd like to do it soon. It's just that, again, the censor, right? There's no good censor patch for it. There are censor patches, but at least the ones that are currently available, I don't really like that much. You know, it's like, again, the Pinecone one is too silly. And again, the other one does black out some stuff, but like it still looks like it's still there, you know. I don't know, it's weird. Like you still see a silhouette, which I don't like. I mean, that's just a personal preference though. Nothing bad about the modder themselves, you know. They did a fine job. It's just I personally don't like it. So I don't know, I might even just do it myself, you know. Fine, I'll do it myself, but probably I don't have time for it. I don't know. I would have to like go to the files, you know, find which ones I need to censor. I'm also spoiling myself as well by looking at random penises in the game files. I don't know. It'd be weird. I don't know. Who knows? But I would like to play Terminal eventually. You know, hopefully someone makes like a good like censor mod. I mean, just like this one where it blurs it out instead. If not, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll just make it myself. But depends. Depends if it's like available anyway. But yeah, there you go. Fear and Hunger. That's it for now anyway. So there you go. I guess let me say my usual thing. What do I usually say? I usually say like, I guess that's it for Fear and Hunger. I guess if you want to, you know, find more content, you know, don't forget to subscribe, and you can also check out other content on my channel. You know, this has got the heart. I don't know if you haven't watched it yet. You can also watch my original playthroughs on the channel itself, where it's much more relaxed, where I just kind of like, you know, just play the game normally, you know, without any of the pressure, right? Without any of the anxiety. So I just play the game normally. So you can look for that as well. And yeah, and also, if you didn't know, I also stream these games live. So if you haven't already, you can change your notification settings from personalized to all when you subscribe. It's a little bell thing, you know, so you can get notified for every little thing that I do, if you're interested. But there you go. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.